Good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. We have a lot to cover between now and 3 o'clock. Next to VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward. Swain, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Missed you the last couple days.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You didn't get my texts yesterday and the day before that said, miss you?
I did not, man. I'm sorry, dude. I did not get it. Maybe I need to unblock you.
Oh, okay. Well,
maybe if I unblock you, I would get those messages, but I didn't get them.
Breaking news in the first segment of Josh and Swain, or perhaps it's not so breaking to anybody that can put two and two together.
You were not here for the last 2 days, so you were not much use to me, so I just blocked you. I unblocked you when you got back to Knoxville.
Well, I told you I just have major concerns with where the world of college football and college athletics has gotten to, so I needed to take a breather from it.
I understand that coming from you. I get it. I get it. I understand it. Don't go all Nick Saban on me now.
Well, Monday I had to miss the show because I told you I was going to be busy counting all the awards that Tennessee's basketball players were getting.
Well,
it's a lot of awards, a lot of recognition.
That's the way it's supposed to be when you have a team win the regular season championship. Mm-hmm. It takes good performances on that team for that team to be able to do that. So, I mean, good thing Tennessee won the league, because if another team would have won it, Don Connect wouldn't have won Player of the Year, according to Bruce Pearl.
Maybe not.
Whew, I'm glad it all worked out, because that would have been a mess. National Player of the Year, some dude from South Carolina. No. That wouldn't have made sense at all. So here we go.
Here we go. Not for Tennessee just yet. They get to wait until Friday for the SEC tournament, but the tournament begins today.
Yeah, let the Bones play first.
Swain, those are league members of the SEC.
Oh, Josh, can you care, or do you care to tell our listeners the records of the teams that are playing today and why everyone's not playing today?
Well, the teams playing today have less than stellar records.
Okay. Can you tell me the SEC record of Missouri?
Well, the Missouri Tigers will go into tonight's game against Georgia looking for their first SEC win of the season.
I'm sorry, you didn't give me any numbers. You gave me a sentence.
The Tigers are 0-18.
0-18. Oh, okay.
What if they win tonight?
I was just wondering. 0-18. So they're bums.
Yeah, it's bum level right there.
They're bums in the SEC when it comes to record. The record says what you are. 0-18, bums. 4-14, Vanderbilt, bums. Arkansas, 6-12, bums. Georgia, 6-12, bums. The bums are playing today, Josh Ward. Get comfortable. It's 2024. I know everyone is getting all politically correct, and you can't say this, you can't say that. Today is bum day in Nashville for the SEC tournament.
Hump Day got bumped for Bum Day in Nashville.
The bums are playing today. And if you are able to advance from the bum division or the bum bracket, then you can move on and play a deserving team and go to the quarterfinals. If you win that game, you can work yourself out of bum status by actually winning. You didn't do it during the regular season, but you have a chance to have a good close of your season in the postseason by winning games, something you didn't do a good job of in the regular season, which is why you're playing today.
You look at the percentages, it has winning percentage next to their records when you look at the standings.
Yes.
To see that 0-0 next to Missouri, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, because 1-0 is the same as 0-0.
They were an NCAA tournament team last year.
That's why I had a 4-0. Still the same.
So if you're walking through Bridgestone today, if you were there in Nashville and you happen to pass by Missouri's team walking out onto the court, would you do like a a Bone Thugs remix.
Bum, 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 bum. Tell me what you gonna do. It ain't gonna win. You know what? They might win. They're playing against Georgia.
They might.
They do play hard. They do play hard.
Yeah.
They're the hardest playing bum team in SEC history.
They made Tennessee work for it in Columbia.
Hey. There's not a better defeated SEC team in hoops history, man. The best 0-18 team I've ever seen. I mean, really, really good 0-18 team, Josh.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's a league member. Can you say something nice about it?
Hey, man.
And you
no
just did,
one loses with grace like Missouri.
So Vanderbilt against Arkansas, Georgia against Missouri in the SEC tournament today. Tomorrow, we'll do our show from Barley's downtown Knoxville. Hope you can stop by, hang out, and have some lunch with us while the tournament begins. The first game of the day tomorrow will be LSU against Mississippi State. That will be Tennessee's opponent in the opening window on Friday. So we'll watch Tennessee's Friday opponent play tomorrow during the show. We just won't know who it is until the game finishes. LSU versus Mississippi State tomorrow to play Tennessee.
I know we're going to be at Barley's, but did you just say, like, tomorrow when the tournament begins? Because Josh, maybe.
Did I say that?
Yeah, Josh, you did. You said tomorrow when the tournament begins. I thought it was beginning today.
Oh.
I'm looking at the schedule. It says first round, Wednesday, March 13th, and there's 2 games with the 4 worst teams in the SEC. You said the tournament starts tomorrow.
Was that a little disrespectful?
Not any more disrespectful than me calling them bums.
No. At least you acknowledge that they will be participating today in the SEC tournament. So tomorrow, for day 2 of the SEC tournament,
there you
go. We will be at Barley's. Hope you can stop by and join us for some lunch and watch Tennessee's Friday opponent play tomorrow. It will be LSU or Mississippi State. Of course, this all surrounds the NCAA tournament anticipation. We'll get to some of Nick Saban's comments yesterday. That's getting a lot of attention around the college football world. We'll check in with Braden Gall from 440 Sports a little bit later in the show. Ron Slay is in Nashville, joined yesterday during the sleigh ride. He'll hop on each day through the rest of the week. He's going to be the sports animals correspondent for the SEC tournament over the next few days on 3HL in the afternoons, on the Zone, on the SEC Network, and on the Sports Animal all week. Ron Slay is going to be a busy man, as he always is, to begin with.
It's basketball season. You know the assignment. It's time to go after it. It's time to work. Not a lot of time for sleep. It's kind of like me during football season with, the traveling and doing all the shows and here and there. Like, that's for Ron Slay. It's basketball time. SC Network, going to the conference tournament game, calling radio stations, giving us the word to the sister station. Like, this is part of the job for Ron Slay. He knows the assignment.
Yep.
Ready for it.
2 o'clock is the estimated time for Ron Slay to hop on with us.
Correct. So it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. I want to see his or hear his opinion on today's games.
He'll probably be a little bit nicer than you were and I inadvertently was.
Hey, I don't think I was mean.
Okay. Games are underway around the country. This is another great part of it. You get basketball all day. So George Mason is playing St. Joseph's right now, and just tipping off Virginia Tech against Florida State, BYU against UCF. This is the good stuff right here. Basketball all day long. Tennessee will play on Friday, looking to win the SEC tournament after winning the regular season outright championship in the SEC and gearing up for next week's start to the NCAA tournament. We will come back. The national attention continues to be there for the Vols. You'll hear about that. We'll have more on Nick Saban's comments, and we want to hear from you. Join the show by calling or texting in at 865-656-9900. We'd love to hear from you this afternoon. Join us right here on Josh and Swain.
No matter where you go, there we are. Stream us anywhere. 99.1 The Sports Animal on the app or website.
Hey, it's Josh. Traveled the last few days. We traveled in a vehicle we purchased a couple years ago from Ted Russell Ford at the Parkside Drive location. They have a couple of locations for you, Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike. We have traded vehicles at both dealership locations in the last couple of years. The vehicle we were traveling with was the big family vehicle we needed as the Ward family has grown to 5 here in the last couple of years. We needed something bigger, something that would be useful for this past weekend when we were traveling. They helped us find exactly what we needed. If you are looking for a big family vehicle, I've seen the reviews. The Ford Expedition will not be topped if you're looking for a large family SUV. If you're looking for a truck, the F-Series and their Super Duty trucks can help you with whatever you need, whether it's personal needs, business-related. Ted Russell Ford has you covered. The Bronco, their lineup of Lincoln vehicles, they have you covered at both Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln. Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike, and you can start online at tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
Warm weather's here, and it's time to get outside and enjoy the privacy and the comforts of your own backyard, but you don't have a privacy fence. Or perhaps you need to upgrade your fence, as I just recently did with Tennessee Home. When contacting Tennessee Home, you're looking for somebody who is a licensed contractor who has one of the most experienced teams that East Tennessee has to offer. Over 100 yards for me and the new pup, Howie, and I've been satisfied since the final post went in the ground. 865-304-0955. That's 865-304-0955. We're online at TennesseeHome.us.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-280-8787. That's 1-800-280-8787. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-280-8787. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Hound Dogs, Knoxville's oldest privately owned UT fan shop, is your one-stop shop for any Big Orange fan. Hound Dogs has all your Vol swag from head to toe, from the backyard to the man cave. New stock items come in every day, and items for your little Vol fans. Hound Dogs is located on Cedar Bluff at Kingston Pike, or online at hdknoxville.com. Join their VIP club and get info on exclusive specials and events. Get your orange on at Hound Dogs.
The future of electric is here. Assembled locally in Chattanooga, Tennessee, the 2024 Volkswagen ID4 SUV is truly something to behold. With a striking aerodynamic road presence and a spacious, comfortable interior, it'll transform how you think about electric cars. Best of all, it comes loaded with value. Oh, and qualifying individuals may be eligible for up to a $7,500 federal tax credit on select ID4 vehicles. Find your 2024 Volkswagen ID4 at Harper Volkswagen.
The Sports Animals Josh and Swain Show broadcasts live this Thursday from Barley's on Jackson Avenue in the Old City. Come watch all your basketball tournament games while enjoying 96 draft beers and the best homemade pizza. WNML's Josh and Swain live Thursday, noon to 3 at Barley's in the Old City.
Danny B here. Join us every Saturday morning on The Sports Animal. Visit us at dbwins.com and call our free pick hotline, 877-828-0120. That's 877-828-0120.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thank you for being with us on Josh and Swain today. You can find us on social media. Follow on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Josh and Swain. We're on YouTube today as well. You can stop by and subscribe to the YouTube channel to better keep up and watch live as we're with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon on the 99.1 Sports Animal YouTube channel. However you are tuning in today, we appreciate you being with us. We invite you to join us. 865-656-9900. Coming up, one national pick is already in for the Vols to go all the way in the NCAA tournament. You'll hear that in a moment. Before that, we say hello to Ryan. Ryan, thank you for calling in. Good afternoon. What is on your mind today?
What's up, guys? Yeah, I was kind of curious. Also, I want to say, Josh, 2003 graduate of Farragut. Go Admirals.
All right.
That's, the prime right there.
Well, it's great to hear from you.
Hey,
Ryan.
I was curious. Do what?
It's great to hear from you then.
Yeah, absolutely. I was kind of curious. What are your thoughts on as far as Rick Barnes and how long is he going to keep coaching? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Swain, I think so. We talked about recently, what if they were to go all the way, win the national championship? That'll be a conversation we have coming up. Could he say, okay, I'm going to walk away, walk into the sunset with the title? But my suggestion was you can't leave until Zakai leaves. So you have one more year. You could wrap things up, assuming these guys come back, of the Zakai, Jonas, Jemai Meshack group who have grown, developed, become all SEC players with a couple of those guys. And then Meshack is, in some ways, the heart of the team. So who knows? It could happen at any time. But that was my suggestion, that he doesn't need you got to at least ride it out with Zakai in that group next year. Win or lose, whatever happens in this postseason. What do you think?
Ryan and Josh, do you think your Farragut alums are proud of this phone call right now? Huh? You think the Farragut alums, the proud Farragut alums across the world, Josh, is proud of this phone call right here, this topic?
Yep.
Well, I mean,
we're talking about Tennessee going to win a championship. Y'all talking about Rick Barnes retiring.
And in general, we support each other. So, yes, I think the blanket answer would be yes. Now you dive a little bit deeper. There's always room for constructive criticism.
I think Rick Barnes will coach as long as Zakai Ziegler is playing. I think special players make coaches want to coach them. And Zakai is once-in-a-lifetime type of player for Rick Barnes, even though he's had some really good players in his tenure. T.J. Ford's come to mind when you think about point guards that he really had a really strong connection with and played multiple years. So, in all seriousness, Ryan, I agree with Josh. I do. I'm just giving you a hard time because you went to the same high school as Josh Ward.
It's jealousy coming through if you can't pick up on the phone line there, Ryan.
It's not. My high school, Huntsville's better academically. These are facts, by the way.
I've seen the facility. It's unbelievable. It looks like a college campus.
It does.
Grissom High School.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Ryan, anything else? It's good to hear from you. Appreciate you calling in.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, guys. No, I appreciate you guys. Just shout out to to Michael McHenry and Kyle Waldrop. Those guys, best guys ever, best athletes in the history of Tennessee. So that's it.
Yeah, those are the real pros from Farragut High School.
Yeah.
No doubt. And McHenry now dominating the broadcast game with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
He's got the best podcast on the internet right now. So
thanks a lot for the insult.
Yeah, best baseball podcast. Josh and Swain wants a little love in that world as well. But we're kidding,
okay,
Ryan.
Yeah. Other than you guys, I'm sorry. Other than you guys,
Absolutely.
he's got the best podcast.
Yep. Farragut's producing. They are getting in baseball as well. So Ryan, thanks for calling in. Good to talk to you today.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah,
thanks for calling and tell us that we suck. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I think I saw McHenry's. He's buying in on a minor league baseball team too. So there you go. 0-3.
I love the pride, though, man. I love the pride.
Tennessee fans with a lot of pride in this basketball team, correct?
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
I wonder what fans will think of this. This was earlier today. The discussion is for the number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. So there are 3 locks.
Yep.
UConn, Purdue, and Houston, by all accounts.
Correct.
You can find differing opinions on what will happen with the 4th number 1 seed, and we have games that will play some kind of role in that decision by Selection Sunday. On First Take today, Chris Mad Dog Russo,
the godfather of sports talk radio.
Yep, Mike and the Mad Dog. He was asked earlier today, okay, how do you think the fourth number 1 seed plays out. Here was his answer.
I don't care if they lose in the first round. If they don't give Tennessee that fourth 1 seed, there needs to be an investigation.
Investigation?
Come on, with Alabama and Florida and South Carolina and Auburn and Kentucky, they won that regular season. Dalton Connect, I told you about him. You're going to love him. He's the SEC Player of the Year. They got to be the 1 seed. I'm going to do something that I shouldn't do right now, but I'm going to do it here. And he never wins in the tournament. I'm going to pick Tennessee to win it all. They played good defense.
Tennessee, you're picking the Tennessee Volunteers to win the national championship?
Yes, I am.
Now your son's not on the UConn coaching staff, and now you're off the bandwagon.
Yeah, that's right. I'm off the Connecticut bandwagon. Tennessee. I'll make a little win. How about you and I have a little wager on
Tennessee?
In fairness, and in all honesty, I watch a handful of games during the regular season until the tournament. I've watched UConn. I've watched Kansas a couple of times. I've watched North Carolina
What do you think of
this past
UConn?
weekend. I think UConn got a chance to win the national championship.
Definitely.
But I like North Carolina, but there's something iffy about them. Looking at Kentucky, they up and down. Tennessee is good, though.
Tennessee is good, though. And you know what? Russo was right. Tennessee is not a number 1 seed, not the fourth number 1 seed. There needs to be an investigation. And in the year 2024, Tennessee is 1-0 in investigations. So let's go.
Tennessee has an unblemished
record.
Recent investigation record.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
So this does not make me scared, nervous. Mad Dog Russo didn't jinx the Vols. Like, you asked me what was my opinion of it before the show, and I was like, Josh, I don't have one. Like, Tennessee is about to be the number 1 seed. It's not crazy to pick a team that's a number 1 seed to win a championship. It's not crazy at all, especially a team that won the toughest league in the country and has an NBA player and a defender who is one of the best defenders in the country, too, and SEC Defender of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, in Zakai Ziegler. So it's not crazy to pick Tennessee to win the national championship. The only thing crazy about it is, like, we've never been to the Final Four. And you heard the little slick comment by Mad Dog Russo, who said Rick never wins anything. That's what he was referring to as far as Rick's record in the tournament, postseason success. Hasn't had a ton of it. But he can change all that with a great run this year, which he has a team capable of doing that.
So count Mad Dog Russo on the Tennessee bandwagon for the NCAA tournament. Others have already hopped on.
I'm just glad that
he's the latest to grab a seat.
I'm just glad that and Vol Hoops crushes it. I mean, absolutely crushes it. I'm just glad that this year we're not doing the "don't pick us" marketing strategy, because that didn't work out well. It was cool at first, but it's good when you win a lot of games. We didn't win a lot of games after we put that out. So it feels good being in this seat where, more people are going to pick you because you're good and you deserve to be picked to win national championship. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah, few teams have better odds to get to the Final Four.
Let's get it.
And to win the national championship.
That's right.
Championship. Tennessee is being picked and will be picked by more people in the next week or so for good reason.
That's right. That's right. I can't wait till the brackets come out. I'm picking Tennessee to win it in one of my brackets.
How many brackets are you going to do?
It depends.
Okay.
Are you able to do more than one? Are you supposed to do more than one? Is that allowed?
I don't get worked up over that. I lean towards strategy over bragging rights because in the end, nobody really cares about you bragging over your tournament bracket. So if you have investment into your brackets, then I would recommend strategizing. Now, if you are filling out multiple brackets just for bragging purposes, that's as weak as it gets.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Well, let me thumb through here. Oh,
this one is the closest thing to being accurate.
Swain bracket 4.
Yeah.
Told you.
I nailed it.
Yeah, that's when I run into an issue. But if you want to fill out multiple brackets because it gives you a better chance to win whatever you're trying to win, then go for it.
Hey, man, thanks for your blessing. Mm-hmm. That means a lot.
If you just want to go with the one, another ESPN radio shout-out, or radio legend, Mike Golick, the Sheets of Integrity. That was their old conversation on Mike and Mike.
I'll just do one. Want to do it. I'm picking Tennessee. And if I'm wrong, guess what? At the end of the day,
you went down with the Vols?
I'm a VFL. I'm a champion of life.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about.
I also wonder this. These kinds of things don't scare you. I do wonder, leading up to next Thursday or Friday, knowing or at least anticipating how many people are going to pick Tennessee, if that'll add to the nerves for fans entering the tournament.
I'm going to be nervous anyways.
Okay.
I'm always nervous when Tennessee plays in a tournament. I'm more nervous when Tennessee is good and goes to the tournament. I wasn't that nervous when Tennessee lost to Oregon State. I wasn't that nervous at all because I knew something was wrong going into the tournament. And then we started off getting blasted.
That game was a tough watch.
I was like, man, let me go find me some grass to grow, or grass to watch grow, excuse me, because that was bad. But I will be on pins and needles every single possession when Tennessee is playing. Now, the first round, I'd be all right after, 20-point margin. But in the other game, I'll be nervous for sure, especially if Z picks up like an early second foul. I'll be really nervous then.
This time, you have Dalton on your side.
That is correct.
We'll continue on the other side. Nick Saban with some concerns. You will hear some of them. We'll hear your reaction. You can join us. Call or text in at 865-656-9900. Plenty of Tennessee football talk this afternoon as well. Hoops Talk with Ron Slade joining us to begin the 2 o'clock hour from Nashville, where the SEC tournament tips off today as we continue on Josh and Swain.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
Tennessee baseball won its final game before SEC play begins with a 17-2 7-inning run rule victory over Eastern Kentucky at Lindsey Nelson Stadium last night. The Vols have won 16 games in a row and open up the conference schedule with a 3-game set at 12th-ranked Alabama starting this Friday. The SEC men's basketball tournament opens up tonight. In the first round, Arkansas takes on Vanderbilt at 7. Missouri takes on Georgia at 9:30. In the NBA tonight at 7 o'clock, the Pistons host the Raptors. The Nets visit the Magic. At 7:30, the Pacers host the Bulls. The Nuggets visit the Heat. At 8 o'clock, the Grizzlies welcome the Hornets. The Cavaliers visit the Pelicans. At 8:30, the Mavericks host the Warriors. And at 10 o'clock, the Hawks take on the Trailblazers while the Kings face off against the Lakers. On the ice, the Nashville Predators are 10-0-2 in their last 12 games. They face the Winnipeg Jets tonight in Manitoba. Puck drop is at 7:30. Other games tonight, Kings get the Blues at 7:30. Oilers face the Capitals at 10. Canucks face the Avalanche at 10:30. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. This is a great company. They do great work. They are committed to craftsmanship. They are focused on customer service, making sure that whatever job you need taken care of is taken care of the right way. Led by Ricky Wilson, he and his team are focused on making sure that people in East Tennessee are taken care of. So whether you need help with a project that you are planning or you run into a problem that you need taken care of, and if that's the case, you probably need it taken care of quickly. They're going to make sure that they assess whatever situation is going on, that they provide you the accurate information you need so you can make the right decision on what you want to do. If you need work done, they'll give you an upfront price, and then Wilson Brothers Plumbing will make sure the job is taken care of correctly. That's the experience that I have had relying on Wilson Brothers Plumbing at my home. They'll do that for you. Call Wilson Brothers Plumbing at 865-415-1537. Go online to wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Leonard Skinner, ZZ Top, 2 American institutions unite. The Sharp-Dressed Simple Man Tour. Friday, March 15th, Thompson Bowling Arena and Food City Center with Blackstone Cherry. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Skinner and ZZ Top live.
Have a new Medicare plan or enrolled for the first time? United Healthcare's Karen Deutsch shares tips on getting more from your Medicare benefits this year.
First, be proactive with preventative services covered by Medicare, like certain cancer screenings and an annual wellness visit. Don't delay this vital care. When it comes to prescription drugs, look into home delivery and a 3-month supply of medications. Switching to generic drugs or drugs on a lower tier of your plan's formulary might also help you save. Next, if you have a Medicare Advantage plan, many offer extras not covered by original Medicare, like dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Lastly, you can also explore opportunities for flexible care settings with your Medicare Advantage plan, like virtual care offerings or the House Calls program from United Healthcare, which provides a yearly visit from a healthcare practitioner in the convenience of your home. Take advantage of all of your Medicare plan has to offer to help you stay healthy, save money, and embrace the year ahead.
For more information, visit uhcmedicarenewsroom.com. That's uhcmedicarenewsroom.com.
Furnished by United Healthcare.
Hey, Knoxville, starting May 9th, you can fly nonstop to New Haven, Connecticut with Avelo Airlines. With Avelo, you can say goodbye to layovers and hello to hassle-free travel with everyday low fares, reliable service, and no change or cancel fees. Book your trip today at AveloAir.com and get ready to say hello to Avelo. That's AVELOAIR.com. For over 100 years, Marvin has been helping contractors and homeowners bring their building projects to life. Marvin Windows and Doors will inspire you to create with confidence, value, and distinction. When you choose expertly crafted Marvin products from Hiwassee Window, you have the support you need to make every window and door project a success. Let their professional sales staff with over 90 years combined experience help you choose the right product. Find your Marvin Windows and Doors today at Hiwassee Window, 865-675-3690, just off Lovell Road.
Hey folks, Gerald Dennis with Ted Russell Nissan. Is your old car bent, broke, scratched, dented, peeling, squealing, smoking, stinking, shaking, pinging, poking, rocking, knocking, rattling, slipping, dripping, sagging, dragging, or wobbling? Well, it don't matter. At Ted Russell Nissan, if it'll drive, it's worth $8,500. 20 parts of any new in-stock Nissan Rogue for the entire month of March.
So you mean to tell me if my car is scratched, peeling, squealing, shaking, pinging, slopping, whatever you just said, it's worth $8,500? Don't you mean $5,500?
Nope. This time it's worth $8,500. Only at Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
Temperatures not as chilly this morning. We're starting out into about the low to mid 40s. We're going to see plenty of sunshine once again today. We'll see those highs get closer to about the low to mid 70s, so getting even warmer this afternoon. Clear skies continue tonight, dropping into the mid 40s. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Life's troubles aren't always fun, but there's a law group in town who will help you get them done. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us today. Just took a little virtual tour of Grissom High School in Huntsville, Alabama.
Can't hide money.
How much have you contributed to make those facilities happen?
Zero.
Oh, okay.
Zero. Not my responsibility. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm not going to press the issue.
Nice school, nice looking school.
Looks like a nice little university down there. There are a lot of colleges that would tour your high school and say, woo, how do we get this? Public high school, Grissom High School in Huntsville, Alabama. Some would say that it really hit the map when Jason Swain came through there.
John Summerall, head coach of Tulane. That's when it hit the map.
Might be true. A couple of SEC guys that were down there. A former SEC coach, Nick Saban, made the headlines yesterday. We're going to hear a couple of the comments that have gotten the most attention, this can be a whole show. It's a whole day's worth of conversation, and then some probably with where college football and college athletics are right now. But Nick Saban talking about some of his concerns and how the college football that he once knew maybe is not that anymore. This is Nick Saban talking to Congress yesterday.
All the things that I believed in for all these years, 50 years of coaching, no longer exist in college athletics. So it's always was about developing players. It was always about helping people be more successful in life. My wife even said to me, we'd have all the recruits over on Sunday with their parents for breakfast, and she would always meet with the mothers and talk about how she was going to help and impact their sons and how they would be well taken care of. And she came to me, like right before I retired and said, why are we doing this? And I said, what do you mean? She said, all they care about is how much you're going to pay them. They don't care about how you're going to develop them, which is all what we've always done. So why are we doing this? So, to me, that was sort of a red alert that we really are creating a circumstance here that is not beneficial to the development of young people.
Nick Saban's concerns about the development of young people. He added this, and this ties into the development part of the conversation. Nick Saban talking about his major concern with college football and college athletics.
That's my major concern, the combination of pay for play, free agency, and how that impacts development. And I can attest that I've had 2 NFL coaches tell me, and this is a football deal because they're concerned about the football part, that the players come to them less developed, with more entitlements and less resiliency to overcome adversity. We've worked so hard for the last 20 years to improve graduation rate, to improve health care for players, to have mental health care for players. All the things that we work so hard to improve on, we're going to start seeing slide in the wrong direction because we've created an environment that really does not promote personal development or that is going to create success for their future.
Nick Saban, yesterday talking about name, image, likeness, the transfer portal, and the changes that we have seen in college football.
Nick is not wrong, anything that he said. Actually, he's spot on. If you put your opinion of him aside as the former Alabama coach, and you just listen to his words, nothing he said was wrong. There should be a concern. You've always had someone with their hand out. But now that it's all out in the open, it starts the conversation. The hand out and knowing numbers starts the conversation now. It was a part of the conversation then. It just starts the conversation. Like, I need to know the number before we start the conversation. That's what's going on now because it's so out in the open that everyone is getting paid. The issue that Nick Saban comments bring is there's college football fans that know teams that recruit at a high level, they don't do it following every single rule. We all know this. There's too much evidence. There's too many photos out there of recruits with brand new cars the moment they sign. Like, we see this. We have seen Saban's assistants go other places and magically start recruiting at a higher level than what Alabama did when they was with Alabama. We've seen former assistants that came here that had multiple former Alabama assistants, the Brian Niedermeyers of the world, the Jeremy Pruitts of the world, and do the same thing they did at previous stops here but get in trouble. We've seen multiple coaches that were coaching at Alabama and then sent on a secret mission to the NFL to avoid NCAA penalty, only to come back after a couple years once things settle down, come back to college football. So what we need is Nick Saban to be fully transparent. Don't be a little transparent. Be fully transparent and just admit that you are part of some of the issue as well. You are part of why we are here. Because when you got to Alabama after leaving NFL, and the reason why you took that job after saying you would not take that job is because you knew that you had the necessary resources in place for you to win at a high level. Those resources included making sure that you were able to go out and get the best talent nationwide. And that's what he has done. Now, hate the player, don't hate the game. The game has been the game the same way for decades. You give a player a little something extra while showing that player that you can develop him, you're going to win games, you're going to get that player. That doesn't work anymore for players. I need Nick Saban to be fully transparent here and explain to us how you were able to rack up top recruiting classes for damn near a decade. And then let's all work together to try to find solutions. But people are looking at Nick Saban sideways because they're like, wait a minute, dude. You ain't get all these players playing by the rules. You ain't the victim here. There's other coaches that you out-recruited because you had the resources. And you up here sitting like, even though he is factually right, he's correct in what he's saying, but he's sounding like he was a victim when he was a coach, when he was one of the sharks. He was one of the hammers, because you the hammer or the nail. He was a hammer the whole entire time. So it's why his truthfulness is getting so much resistance, because people are like, dude, come on, man. Like, we got to have some closure here. We need you to go ahead and admit. It's like when someone flips to one side or the other, you got to admit, yo, I was with this side, man, I was doing wrong, but now I see the light, and this is why I'm on this side. Like, that hasn't happened with Nick Saban yet. We need you to admit what really went on and how you were able to do what you were able to do, and now how it's caused a issue, because everyone's been trying to chase you. Everyone's trying to chase you, man, because you were getting all the recruits. You were winning. Coaches out here getting fired. Other coaches out here trying to cheat, like Alabama allegedly was trying to do or doing. Like, you're a big reason why we're here, man. And we appreciate you trying to fix it, but you are part of the reason why we're here, too. That's all I'm saying.
We'll continue the conversation and invite you to share what you think. Hearing Nick Saban there, the big picture conversation around college athletics, it's not going away. It's getting louder. 865-656-9900 if you would like to be a part of the conversation right here on Josh and Swain.
99.1 The Sports Animal is always as close as your phone. Download our Sports Animal app, and we're there 24/7.
Listen for VFL and current SEC Network studio analyst Ron Slay with reports from the SEC tournament this week on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Brought to you by King Cleaners, offering something the others don't. Next day service. Miller Brothers Auto Repair and Collision Center. If you bend it, we can mend it. New Balance Knoxville. Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville. Callahan Drive. Josh Hemphill State Farm. Call your local hometown team at 675-3999 and by UT Sports.
Spring is here, and it's also known as engagement season. If you've been thinking, hey, now is the time, but you don't know where to go for that perfect ring, you need my jewelry store, TK Wheeler Jewelers. Hey, this is Heather. If you want to stress less and get more bling for your buck, just head on out to South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge. They're right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. And TK, he's been in business for over 40 years in the Oak Ridge community. He's got his store packed with beautiful gifts for any occasion. But right now, with spring fever popping, you want to pop the big question? You need the perfect engagement ring. Sit down with TK himself. He'll teach you how to buy a diamond. What do all those C's mean? What are the certifications? How do I know what setting she's going to love? He'll really be able to dial in your fiance's taste and make sure you've got a huge selection of diamonds and engagement ring settings to choose from. They've got everything from classic diamond solitaires to the beautiful diamond halo settings. And if you're like me, I love my diamond eternity band. It's from the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a big announcement. Win up to $250,000 this month in the Mint and Match promotion at the Mint Gaming Hall. You can be chosen to play in the Friday and Saturday drawings and match your way up to a $250,000 prize. Take a free swipe on Mondays through Thursdays to win up to $500 free play. Play Mint and Match at the Mint Gaming Hall in Williamsburg, Kentucky. Check out themintgaming.com for details. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Winning just got closer.
Are you looking to get started on a kitchen renovation project? Let me make a suggestion. Start with the professionals at Kitchen Sales. Hey, this is Heather, and Kitchen Sales came into our home and did a ground-up kitchen build for us in our in-law suite. They built the kitchen in the dormer. You talk about creative and functional and beautiful. And then they built my dream kitchen a few years later when we were updating for our family's needs. So I speak from experience when I say Kitchen Sales knows how to build the best kitchen or bathroom for your style of home and for your budget. They've got 2 great showrooms full of inspiration for you, a design team that can help you lay out your space, and a team of installers that's going to build that space to perfection. It's one-stop shopping at Kitchen Sales. You can pick out your cabinets, your countertops, your appliances, your hardware. You could even pick out your financing options right there. The easiest way to start your journey? Go online. You can check out their website at kitchensales.net.
This has been a big announcement. Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Join Tyler and Will Wednesday live from 3 to 7 at Harper Volkswagen, home of the 2024 Volkswagen ID4. The future of electric is here. Shop new and pre-owned Volkswagens in addition to their wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Harper Volkswagen on Kingston Pike.
Johnson, I've been reading about this geofencing. Know anything about it?
Yeah, boss. We use geofencing through Cumulus Digital to help drive our sales.
How does it work?
We pick precise locations, and whenever a customer enters that location, they see our ads.
That's what I thought.
CumulusDigital.com. I'm Michael Jenkins, helping you beat the books with BetQL. A key game in the Western Conference is tonight as the Lakers visit the Kings in the NBA. Both teams are trying to work their way into the top 6 of the conference to avoid the play-in tournament. And right now, the Kings are in the 8th spot, 2 games ahead of LA. The BetQ model doesn't really like a side in this matchup, but it does have a play on the total. The model is thinking lots of points and is taking the over between LA and Sacramento as its 5-star play. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL and download the BetMGM app today.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. With you until 3 o'clock today. VFL former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. We'll invite your calls and texts. 865-656-9900. Craig in the text box with an unflattering text about Nick Saban. One of his letters in his last name changed, the B to a T, as often happens to be, saying he is the reason we are where we are. He's been paying players forever. Now that everyone can do it above board, he takes his ball and goes home because everything isn't stacked in his favor now. His integrity is laughable.
he is right in what he is talking to Congress about. Like that, players who are going to NFL are less developed. We see players go undrafted but stick on teams and have a really successful career, I think, more now. Well, maybe not. But I do know that players are going into the NFL less developed. They are more entitled because everything is handed to them in college, and it starts at recruiting because schools need these players so much because they're trying to win. And so you're willing to go over and beyond. You're willing to do the photo shoot. You're willing to do paid unofficial visits. You're willing to do paid official visits. And the athletes have all this power, and they think they're going to have it forever, and you just don't. So what Nick Saban is saying isn't wrong. Like, I agree 100% with him. I just need him to understand you were not squeaky clean, and you were a part of why we are where we are right now, man. That's all I need him to do. Once he can do that, dude, I'm on board. I'm on board with you, Nick Saban. Let's go ride together.
Let's talk to Matt. Matt, thanks for hanging on. Good afternoon. What do you think about the conversation?
Swain, hey, good afternoon, Josh and Swain. Hope you guys are having a good day. Swain, you've definitely hit the points, but that's the thing. He's been doing it for years. I think he's been. Look, he retires, and 3 months later he's at Congress. You're telling me he's not been part of the NCAA? He's trying to become president of the NCAA and bury all of the stuff like the equal playing field. He didn't have that equal playing field. He was the playing field, guys, and it's just the way that he's doing it. It just makes Alabama look worse and make me hate them even more. I don't know if that's possible.
Goodness gracious. That's strong right there.
Matt, we appreciate the call.
I respect the heck out of Nick Saban just as a winner, as a competitor. He has been one of the best in his field, if not the best. I got a lot of respect for him because of that. But I understand how important legacy is to him. And it should be important to any player or any coach that has performed at a very, very high level. And a blatant admission of maybe things that you didn't do or did do at Alabama would maybe tarnish that. But if you're going to be in the position that you're in, Nick Saban, we just need for you to be fully transparent. It used to be, we're going to give you this cash under the table, and it's not going to be that much in the grand scheme of things, but it's going to be a lot to you. But now the numbers are outrageous, and they're all out in the open. And the fact is, schools and collectives won't be able to keep this up a long amount of time, because at some point the boosters will say, nah, I'm tapped out. What I have given, I have not seen that in return as far as wins.
And there's currently there's no cap, but there's also no stopping the free agency. So there's negotiating power for each individual player every single year, and that's part of the challenge.
Yeah, the bubble's going to bust.
Yeah. So we'll continue this conversation when we come back. Matt, thanks again for the call. 865-656-9900 to join us on Josh and Swain.
Whether it's game day or movie night, Games and Things is your ticket to the best seat in the house. Hi, I'm Scott Mellon, and it's time to get rid of that old recliner and upgrade to new home theater seating from Games and Things. We offer the largest selection of quality seats at the best price in East Tennessee. With a multitude of styles, configurations, and options, you are sure to find that perfect seat. Stop by Games and Things to upgrade your seats today. Located at the corner of Kingston Pike and Lovell Road, and online at ourgameroom.com. Games and Things, because life should be fun.
Awesome promotion right now going on at Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. It is Happy's Golden Ticket Sweepstakes at Hiller. To enter to win is very, very simple. You go to the website, hillergoldenticket.com, and enter your email. From there, you're going to be automatically entered to win. The prizes include a $5,000 Hiller gift card, a $1,000 Hiller gift card, or one of 10 Happy Healer Club memberships, or take advantage of zero-interest financing for 48 months on select new HVAC systems or 36 months on tankless water heaters. Also, whole home generators as well. Do not miss out. Enter to win now. Go to the website that is HealerGoldenTicket.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. We've helped over 30,000 families out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. If your timeshare agreement goes on forever, if you were told timeshares are a great investment, or your maintenance fees will never go up, you have questions, we have the answers. At Wesley Financial Group, we're dedicated to helping timeshare owners get out of their financial nightmare. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call now for your free timeshare exit information kit. Call 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. 800-761-0000.
Hey, Tennessee, it's Chad at Rusty Wallace Honda. It's March, so let the madness begin. You won't get your bracket busted when you score one of these: a 2024 Accord Hybrid Sport or a 2024 front-wheel drive CRV Hybrid Sport. Your choice, only $359 a month. Or get a game changer, like a 2024 Pilot EXL, only $439 a month. It's loaded with leather and all-wheel drive. So don't miss your shot at the best Honda lineup in the entire area. The intersection of selection, Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive. See dealer for details.
Leonard Skinner, ZZ Top, two American institutions unite. The Sharp-Dressed Simple Man Tour. Friday, March 15th, Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center with Blackstone Cherry. On sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Skinnerd and ZZ Top live.
Harper Auto Wash Bearden is now open to celebrate their grand opening. Join Tyler and Will live there from 3 to 7 this Thursday. Discover the excellence of their full-service car wash, conveniently located at 6318 Dean Hill Drive.
Hey, I'm Josh Hemphill. We're your hometown State Farm team right here in Knoxville. Let my team help you hit a Tennessee 3 for your insurance needs this basketball season. Contact my office right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website, 99.1thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Andrew Perloff with a CBS Sports Minute. The numbers aren't good for NFL running backs over 30, but it's hard not to be excited about the Ravens adding Derrick Henry. The four-time Pro Bowler defies logical explanation. He's getting old in NFL terms, but he still averaged over 3 yards after contact last season. Trying to tackle Henry? Not fun. Pair him with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, and defenses have a problem on their hands. I'm Andrew Perloff.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This March, Wendy's has some amazing deals on their hamburgers made with fresh, never frozen beef.
Like a juicy Dave single for $1 and a fresh $2 Dave's double with in-app offer.
It's such a good deal, we wrote a little ditty about it. Get it for $1. Dave single, order in the app. Dave single, get it for $1. Choose wisely, choose Wendy's, official hamburger March Madness.
Limited time offer. Participating U.S. Wendy's. See offer details and redeem at Wendy's app. Account registration required. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S. and Alaska.
Start your fitness journey with no long-term contracts in month-to-month memberships at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Whether you're facing divorce, injury, or any legal strife has come your way, there's one call to make to Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Hour number 2 of Josh and Swain begins. Thank you for being with us. 1 hour in, 2 hours to go. Ron Slay 1 hour from now in Nashville, where the SEC tournament will begin later today. 2 games in the SEC. Georgia against Missouri. That'll be the second game tonight. Before that, Arkansas and Vanderbilt playing. Tennessee will play on Friday against the winner of tomorrow's LSU versus Mississippi State game. We'll do the show from Barley's downtown. Love for you to stop by and join us as we watch the SEC tournament and all the college basketball that'll be taking place. We invite you to join us today at 865-656-9900. VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain is here. And for the last half hour, we've talked about some of Nick Saban's comments, his concerns, which you pointed out are valid in terms of how things have changed. He talked about development. There is the ongoing, never-ending, it seems, negotiation that takes place. I mean, you can have a player agree to a number and then come back and say, actually, I need more than that.
That's the problem, man. I mean, there was a comment made on social media. I think it was Josh Pate, who said that he knew of a player that asked for more money the day of the game.
Saw that.
And you can go on the comment section. It is a player that was in the SEC. They play running back and now is at a Big Ten school. A lot of people were pointing a finger at that player. We saw the quarterback of this team publicly criticize his player as well. And so that's a problem, period. That is an issue. And I'm on Nick Saban's side when it comes to that. Like, everything that Nick Saban wants to see change, like, I'm for. I told you during the break. It's like, it's probably a bad example, but it's like the drug dealer who decides he wants to start getting drugs off the street now. It's like, bro, you are part of why we're here, why there is an issue. And before you want to clean up everything, there needs to be an admission of participation. That's all I'm saying. And we're just skipping that step, and people remember, people know, people have seen their team lose to Alabama, and Bama fans are going, well, you're just mad because Bama beat you. No, dude, that's not it. It's the lack of admission and participating in creating this stage. I think if Nick does that, I think people will be on board 100% with what he is saying, because what he's saying is true. People just can't get past his truth because they see hypocrisy. That's what they see.
Yeah, also to be clear, Nick Saban did not say he's against players being paid. He spoke in favor of revenue sharing. I don't know that I saw he outlined an exact plan, not revenue sharing as employees, but he did speak in favor of revenue sharing. Answer this for me, though, in the text from Craig, which was not complimentary to Nick Saban. He mentioned, now that everyone can do it above board, Saban takes his ball and goes home because everything is not stacked in his favor now. Was everything stacked in his favor? Or was he just the best at playing the game the way that it was? How was everything stacked in his favor?
It was pretty stacked because he had a system that it made it difficult for anyone else to go out and duplicate. And other programs tried to duplicate it by hiring his assistants. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to hire Nick Saban assistants because we just think that this coach is really good. No, we want you to do what Nick is doing in Alabama because we know what Nick is doing in Alabama. We want you to do that here. We want you to do that there. And
yeah, Kirby has started it at Georgia. We'll see how it plays out long term, but Kirby has started that at Georgia with what he's done. But I guess what I'm asking is, and maybe I view something being stacked in someone's favor differently, but I view it as it's set up for you. Yeah. And instead, I view it as Nick Saban, when he went to Alabama, Alabama was not in good shape. It was okay. They had a really disappointing season. They fire Mike Shula. Saban comes in, and he creates a monster. But he did that. He was the one that created it. He was playing by the same rules that everybody else was. He was better than everybody else at playing that game. So I don't view it as it was stacked in his favor unless we're discussing that as he stacked it up himself, playing by the same rules as everybody else, but doing it better than they did.
Allegedly not playing by the rules that everybody was doing, playing by the rules, if that makes sense. So no one was really playing by the rules, allegedly. He was just the best at not playing by the rules, allegedly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
So these rules that everyone breaks, he was just the best at breaking them, allegedly.
What he was probably doing, what people believe he was doing, I also believe would be happening on the campuses in Baton Rouge, Auburn, Alabama, Gainesville, Knoxville, Columbus, Ohio, L.A.
But do you see any of these coaches that engage in the same games that Nick Saban engaged in or being accused of being engaging in? Do you see any of those coaches right now on the pulpit? No, they're not. And if they were, people would respond to them the same way they responded to Nick Saban.
Well, partly so, because I would say you're right about Nick Saban in front of Congress, but who's been one of the most outspoken coaches when it comes to being against the way things are right now?
Don't say Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin.
And what was the response? Shut up, Lane. We know what you did in Tennessee.
But he has said, look, I don't like the way that it is, but while it is the way it is right now, I'm going to take advantage of it. So Lane's public opinion is, I don't like the current setup.
And I respect that more.
Okay.
Yeah. I respect that more, Josh. Because he and if Nick Saban was still coaching, and if Nick said, hey, man, like I gotta do it to survive. And don't tell me that Nick Saban didn't, before he retired, felt like he needed to adjust a little bit. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he did, whatever. But Lane knows that he has to adjust. And honestly, every coach who has had to adjust. Ryan Day, you think he likes the new college football? No.
Right.
But he killed it in the portal because he knows he has to do this to be able to win. And so until the rules are changed, hey, man, I got to play the game. Every school is doing that. Auburn, LSU. I was about to say Florida, but no. All these other schools are doing it because they know that if you don't play the game, there's 0% chance you're going to win. And you're going to get yourself fired. Mm-hmm. You have to play the game until the rules change.
Very quick sidebar. I know you got to feel bad for Florida a little bit with that schedule. A little bit? You feel bad for Florida?
Why would I feel bad for Florida?
Have you seen that schedule?
Have you seen that weather? Huh?
I don't know if that's an even trade.
I don't care. I don't like Florida. I can come up with whatever I want to come up with.
It's like 68 degrees here in Knoxville.
I mean, it's pretty nice. I ain't complaining. But no, I don't like.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to like Florida.
Okay.
So now I don't feel bad for him.
Let's get Keith's call. Okay, well, I appreciate the honesty. That's what we're looking for on the show today.
I'm just about transparency, Josh. That's what I'm about.
Keith, you're on Josh and Swain. Good afternoon.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, good. Hope you are.
Oh, good. I was sent an article of 21 violations that were coming out against Nick Saban the night before he suddenly resigned the next afternoon. And how an article was about. It's unbelievable how these allegations have been proven, yet they didn't go after Alabama. So it's, you guys want to send me your email off the air, I'll be glad to send it to you, and you can read it. But it's just interesting. Someone sent me that article the night before, and he suddenly resigns the next afternoon. Alabama's not the only person. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Sound great.
We got you, Keith. I think Keith's having phone issues. Yeah, Keith, send us. I'm not sure what he's referring to with the violations before he resigned or retired.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I did a quick Google. 2017, there were the 22 minor rules violations Alabama self-reported. That's athletics. That's not just football. And all schools report self-report minor violations. The compliance departments want them, in fact. 21 missing wins. You have the textbook issue from back in the late 2000s. So I'm not sure what Keith is referring to there. Look, I think anybody who's been paying attention to college football is aware of, closely at least, is aware of how things happen. You want more transparency from Nick Saban, I guess, talking about that publicly. I'm not expecting you to get that.
Cool. And I can continue to have my same opinion about him while also agreeing with what he is complaining about.
The only issue there maybe is that if a coach, any coach, this is in general, if any coach is required to be totally transparent about how they've done their jobs in college football, and we can't have too many coaches weighing in on the current topic.
It's legal now anyway, so whatever.
It is now.
Yeah, I mean, the NCAA is going to go back and
maybe
penalize
you get them
people?
all together.
Like, they're not going. If they were to penalize you, then that's one thing. But like, Nick, you retired, man. Like, you retired. What you're probably afraid of is your legacy being tarnished. In my eyes, it won't be tarnished because everyone bends the rules, and they have been doing it for decades. So it won't tarnish his legacy in my eyes. I think he's the greatest. I think he's the greatest.
Yeah, and I'm with you. You and I think along almost the exact same lines here.
That's scary.
You should be. You had the benefit though of you were a big time recruit, so you got to see from the inside how things can operate in the world of college football, both as a recruit and then playing at a major university. A lot of people don't have that insight. They may hear things and they hear general statements about how things work. You've seen it. So that I think is why you're more likely to say, okay, it is what it is. While others would be like, that changes my view. That's just – and Nick Saban's thinking about Nick Saban and all kinds of coaches are thinking, I'd rather my name not be associated with that on the record.
On the record, I get it. I understand.
And again, I think that's pretty much every coach.
But if you're going to be the voice of college football now and the protector of the future college football, then you have to understand that this criticism is going to come. We saw the pictures
my guess
of
is he
recruits
knows
with
that
cars
too. My guess
going to
is he
Alabama.
knows
Like
that.
we all saw that.
Yeah, sure.
You can't tell us we didn't see it. Like pulling the Shaggy, it wasn't me move. It's not going to work. We see you. It was you.
Yeah.
Like we saw the photos. We know that you don't recruit number one classes above board. You don't, because there's too many schools who are willing and who are willing to break the rules. So we understand that those rules were bent. And what's crazy is there's a bunch of schools that have gotten in trouble for doing the same thing that one school has been doing the whole time and not got in trouble at one time. Now, I'm not hating on the player. I'm hating on the game. You're just really good at – you have your situation foolproof and you're not sloppy and messy, and I respect that. But at the same time, you're sounding like you're a victim, and you're not. You have been on the other side of dominating recruiting and having the more talented team because of those tactics that have been alleged down there in Tuscaloosa. That's all I'm saying.
865-656-9900. What do you say? We'll continue this conversation. We'll get back to Tennessee basketball with 2 more days to go until they play in the SEC tournament Friday afternoon against the winner of tomorrow's LSU-Mississippi State game. We'll continue to get you ready and invite you to join us along the way at 865-656-9900 on Josh and Swain.
I've heard it said that streaming the sports animal has replaced the old wanna Netflix and chill. Well, it was me that said that, but I've heard it said. I do spend most evenings alone now that I think about it.
I had Euro USD. buy a new car. It is time to get a new ride for either you or your business. You can do that with Freedom Motors. They have power with local credit unions to make sure that you get the best deal possible on your next ride. Freedom Motors is located at Maynardville Pike and Halls, and they have a full selection of cars and trucks and vans, campers, RVs, and power sports vehicles, whatever you need. Every vehicle comes with a 90-day warranty, and your financing is guaranteed. They'll make sure to work with you to find the right vehicle at the right price and the right financing. Freedom Motors can bring the vehicle right to your door. Check out their selection on Maynardville Pike and Halls or go online at freedommotors.tn.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Elevate your products today with Native Nursery, now open to contractors and landscapers. We're your one-stop destination, offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. We'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you are a contractor or landscaper, make Native Nursery your go-to location today.
Call or come by and see Ben and Ted. 865-315-0123 and 3473 Louisville Road. 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit.
Cumulus Knoxville is proud to sponsor the 20th Annual Covenant Health Knoxville Marathon, Half Marathon, and Relay on Sunday, April 7th. For the youngsters, the Covenant Kids Run is April 6th at 5:30 p.m., followed by the Covenant Health 5K at 7 p.m. All events feature a fantastic finish line at historic World's Fair Park. Online registration is still open for all events through April 2nd. Go to KnoxvilleMarathon.com to register today. That's KnoxvilleMarathon.com. We'll see you on April 7th.
We're not all the same, so why should we wear the same shoes? At locally owned New Balance Knoxville, they specialize in finding you your perfect fit. Their fit specialists take your individual foot characteristics and match them against more than 75 New Balance models, resulting in shoes that will give you the perfect fit. And with their new fuel cell technology, New Balance delivers top-of-the-line performance whether you're training for a world-class competition or treating yourself to an afternoon walk. Visit New Balance Knoxville in the Suburban Shopping Center, Kingston Pike, just west of Westtown Mall.
If you're suffering and there's a safe, natural, easy-to-use solution to help make you feel better, wouldn't you at least want to try it? That's why millions of people use Navage nasal care to help relieve their symptoms of sinus congestion, allergies, snoring, and other nasal-related problems. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping flush out everything that makes you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Candace, a verified Navage user who writes, "This is the greatest invention ever made. I truly can't believe the difference and the relief it has made in my sinus problems. Thank you," unquote. Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
When it comes to weight loss, one size does not fit all. At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, powered by Nutrimost, Dr. Terry Bragg provides the educational tools you need to manage your weight. No prepackaged foods and no counting points. Dr. Bragg uses a team approach, creating a personalized roadmap to a healthy lifestyle, including food plan, supplements, and support. Most participants lose 20 pounds in 40 days. For more information, go to BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start living your most healthy life.
This has been a paid announcement.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain. At Josh and Swain on social media. We'd love for you to follow us there. We'd love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, 99.1 The Sports Animal. Thanks for listening, however you are doing so as well, on your radio dial, on both 99.1 The Sports Animal today and in the Tri-Cities area, AM 640 The Sports Monster. We'll talk to the Zone's Ron Slay at the start of the 2 o'clock hour. He's on 3HL every afternoon on the SEC Network, and will join us each day on different shows on the Sports Animal to get you ready for the SEC tournament. We'll have more basketball talk coming up. We continue what's the biggest conversation in college football over the last 24 hours, one of the biggest topics in sports. It was A big topic on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt last night. Nick Saban talking to Congress about college football, how things have changed, what needs to change moving forward. And we want to talk to you about it. 865-656-9900 to join us. You can call or text in. Curtis, you're on Josh and Swain. Thank you for calling in, Curtis. What's on your mind?
Good afternoon, guys. Listening to the comments, I get where he's coming from, but we also got to remember, there's certain programs that the NCAA needs for money. You can look at the NCAA basketball situation with North Carolina a couple of years ago. There's just certain schools that seem to be able to skate around getting in trouble. It's not that they're not breaking the rules. The NCAA needs that money. And I would put Alabama in that situation. Hey, if that's you, it's great for you, but it kind of hurts everybody else. But don't be the guy that acts like that it doesn't exist or it did not happen. And I think that's, like Jason said, I think that's the biggest thing is we all know it goes on. Just don't act like we don't know it goes on. Yeah. Second thing I would say is, I mean, if you look at this, we all know what's coming down the pike. It looks like the athletes, they're probably going to get 50% of the money. How's that going to change athletic programs if that's the way it goes? Like, if you take half the revenue from UT, if you're in the athletic department, there's going to be some major changes with how you're able to pay staff and all this money being spent on programs and buildings. How do y'all see that playing out? I'll hang up and listen.
Okay. Curtis, thanks a lot for the call.
Yeah, my biggest concern isn't that. My biggest concern is other sports being affected to where you have to cut the sports. That's my biggest concern. There's always buildings going up. There's always an arms race with facilities. That's not going to change. But I think everyone's going to be affected by that. And that's okay because at the end of the day, football facilities are still nice. Like no one's out here, getting dressed in a raggedy locker room if you play football in the SEC. So I'm okay with the arms race slowing down a little bit. But what does concern me is the other sports that football pays for being affected because we have to pay, the starting left tackle a bunch of money. That's scary, more scary to me.
Yeah, the way things are right now will have to change in some way, but there could be some negative effects to other sports as well. You mentioned the way it is right now is just it's not realistically sustainable.
No.
With what's being asked of different people to provide the funding in different aspects with the athletic departments, with the collectives, and then every offseason you're going to have to recycle that conversation, right, for both recruits and transfer options and players that are on your team that you're trying to keep.
Yeah, that's why I agree with Nick Saban. Like that's too much stuff to have to worry about as a football coach. You try and prepare for a game, and you have a player that's deciding whether or not he's going to play based on his contract. Like that's not going to work. And so I'm on his side to try to get some reform, to try to fix some of these issues. But at the same time, Nick, there used to be a time when coaches was only getting paid $1 million or $2 million.
Head coaches.
And you were kind of the first one to start hitting them big checks. Now, do you deserve it? Yes. Mm-hmm. But Alabama actually got a discount for all that you have done for the University of Alabama, for that community of Tuscaloosa. He's worth 5 times more than what he was paid, if we're being honest here. But when you start getting big contracts and your players looking around going, hold on now, I'm out here doing this work. I'm out here doing this and doing that. And then the moment NIL became a thing, players were like, oh, yeah, I'm about to get it. And they want to know how much they want to make or how much you're going to pay them before they play. Simple as that. And Nick used to be able to say, I know this other school is going to pay you $100,000 under the table. We're not going to do it because I'm the best, and you're going to be coached to go to the NFL, and you're going to win, and you're going to have the best experience. And those players would say, okay. And now you can't do that because now they're like, I'm not turning down all this money because $100,000 under the table is now $1 million. $1 $500,000, $750,000 over the table. And players are like, psh, I'd rather play for a coach not as accomplished and not play for a championship. I'm about to get this money and take care of my family.
Bill in Sevierville texted in and asked, so what are the real numbers these recruits are being paid? What do we know that is verified? For example, what is the market price for a 5-star cornerback?
Corner?
Mm-hmm. And you can go through different position groups.
It's easily 6 figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily. Any 5-star, you can say, 6 figures. But if we're talking like edge rusher or tackle, offensive tackle, or – he can take a really dominant defensive tackle, quarterback, but we're touching 7 figures. And we can't keep doing that.
Here's another example. Remember, this was, I guess, a report, info that was being shared by Pete Nakos on 3, covers transfer portal transactions, I guess is part of the description in college football today. Writing that On3 was told this spring the going rate for a starting offensive tackle or defensive lineman could start as low as $75,000 to $125,000 annually. Again, that is a starting price. For an elite edge rusher, the starting price jumps to $200,000 and easily reaches $300,000. All of those numbers are before an athlete or agent starts pitting schools against each other. So, yeah, and you can find numbers much, much higher than that. We'll continue that conversation. Invite you to join us, 865-656-9900. A guy who posts numbers on the regular, Ron Slade, joins us now. Ron Slade is busy this week with SEC Network coverage, 3HL on the Zone in Nashville, and joining our shows during the week to get you ready for the SEC tournament. So a shortened sleigh ride today and through the rest of the week. Ron, how are you?
What's happening, man? Just a brief sleigh ride. That's all. A couple of pickups, and going on to the SEC tournament. I'm trying to pick up everybody that's ready to go.
Yeah, well, NASCAR they do practice sessions. We love a good sleigh ride practice session when we can get it in. What is the scene like? The SEC basketball this year was terrific. We talked about it with you each week. The depth of the conference. So today is the first day. The bottom 4 teams get going. Tennessee's on Friday. What's the talk in Nashville right now with the start of the SEC tournament?
Man, the talk is who can make a run with it being so deep. Even starting tonight, you look at the way Arkansas has been playing and the way they've come on towards the end, being in games. Can they finish the game? It all starts with the first game, and they got Vanderbilt, which should be a tough out. Everybody, when you talk about betting and covering the spread, Vandy's amazing. People frown as of late, but I expect them to advance. And, you look at Thursday, you got Florida, you got teams like South Carolina, A&M, Mississippi State, all national, all NCAA-worthy teams. And this right here in this tournament sets the stage for them to get on a run.
The last 4 teams in the SEC played today, 11th seed, 12th seed, 13th seed, and 14th seed. Who do you think out of those 4, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, Missouri, Georgia, is playing the best right now? I call this bracket the bum bracket. These are the bum teams in the regular season. Who's the best team in the bum bracket?
You don't have to acknowledge that part, by the way, Ron. We know that
Don't
you're
say
a
that.
professional.
Don't say that on SC Network, man. Don't get in trouble.
I'm gonna go Arkansas. I think Arkansas is playing the best just because of the way Caleb Battles come on. We know Devo Davis took a stint away from the team for a second, but him coming back, Trevor Brazile getting healthy, he also made an impact. Mekhi Mitchell coming off the bench gave them some interior toughness that they were lacking. Also, L. Ellis was a guy, man, that is known for scoring, but it seems to be he's settling into that facilitator position as far as the point guard goes. And Tremont Mark and Caleb Battle on your wings, man, anything can happen. We're talking about a guy that could go for 40-plus at any given moment, along with his counterpart, Tremont Mark.
What do you think happens tomorrow with LSU Mississippi State, the first game of the Thursday set, and Tennessee's opponent on Friday, the winner of that game?
Man, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. It could go either way. The toughness that they're showing when you're talking about LSU, you miss a guy like Jalen, and you insert Trey Hannibal into the point guard spot, and you automatically get a lift of toughness. Like their lack of rebounding is what plagued them, and that was addressed by Coach McMahon. And going into South Carolina, they came out leading in rebounds, got the win, and the leading rebounder was the point guard in Hannibal, who's built like an outside edge rusher, playing the point guard spot. So I think it could go for those guys. Jordan Wright is a guy that's come along. Jalen Reed is a guy that's come along for LSU. But then when you look at Mississippi State, the length that they have defensively, hey, man, it's a problem. When you go with DJ Jeffries, Cam Matthews, who made first team all defense, and Tolu Smith right there on the front line, once you get past the guards and Shaq Moore and Hubbard, you got a problem, man, dealing with those guys. The problem with Mississippi State is, can they put the ball in the hole enough times outside of Josh Hubbard? I think that's where it lies. And if they can get easy buckets, they got an opportunity to win. I have to see what the vibes are. You know, in tournament play, it's different than getting ready for a game, and then you got 2 days to rest, do some scout. They have a rest time built up, but an atmosphere can affect you sometimes. So I want to see who handles that better and shoot around who looks the best before I make my prediction. But if you put me up to it, and I had to, I'm going to go with Mississippi State, man.
Which team needs to make the run the most to possibly put themselves in a position to get to the NCAA tournament? Who is the most desperate team to win while still having an opportunity to get in the tournament, in your opinion?
I think it's Mississippi State and Texas A&M. I just told you everything with Mississippi State, how they finish up, and they're right there on the brink, and what it takes to get a win with them. But Texas A&M, you know, as I know, Swain, guards win tournaments, and this is coming from a big man. When you look at Wade Taylor and Boots Radford, when they're on their game, they are top three in the SEC, and no ifs, ands, or buts, defensively and offensively. When you talk about guys that can go out and get a double-double, and I'm not talking about assists with Boots Radford, him crashing the boards, giving them another outlet, giving them another opportunity offensively, and then taking the pressure off of Wade Taylor having to score 40 like he did at Arkansas early in the year. I think what they have, and the rebounding, they have Anderson Garcia, who is right behind Zach Edey, who's 7'2", 7'4", however tall he is, and he's only 6'7". So that says something. He comes off the bench. So they have a mentality. Can that carry over into the tournament? We know how it looks. Can they get a little bit of inside presence? If it's not from a big, can they get downhill and get some buckets easy in the paint by their guards? Those are the two teams, especially A&M. It's crazy. With all the teams, it's shaking out well for them. All the teams that lost in the conference tournament played well for them to make them one of the first four out now. They were the next four out already. Now they're one of the first four out, so right there on the bubble, according to Joe Lunardi. And they get all the way to Saturday. I think some people in the committee are going to have some things to talk about.
Ron Slay on the SEC Network, 3HL on the Zone in Nashville, and helping us out on different shows throughout the rest of the week with the SEC tournament. Will we see you tonight? What do you need to plug for everybody to check out with what's going on in Nashville?
Yeah, man, SEC Network will be live and direct. We got Fine Bomb at about 5:30 Central Time, and then it flows right into the 6 o'clock game, and then we got you covered all the way to Sunday. It's real simple, real easy, man. You don't want to turn your knob. And then plus, Swain will love this. I already got the outfits picked up, you know what I mean? So I'm going to be fly as ever, you know, on the Tizoob.
We ready for it. We ready.
He's going to look good. You know that going in. You'll get good analysis as well from Ron Slay. He'll join us each day through the rest of the week. Ron, thanks for calling in. Great to talk to you. We'll look forward to seeing you on the SEC Network and talk to you tomorrow.
We'll catch up, baby.
Thanks, Ron. Ron Slay, a couple of laps there on a brief sleigh ride here on Josh and Swain.
We cover ground.
Bum bracket. Shame on you.
Why? You just mad because you didn't think of it.
Pretty clever. We'll come back here on Josh and Swain, 865-656-9900 on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster.
This Ron Slay update from the SEC Tournament is brought to you by King Cleaners, offering something the others don't, next day service. Miller Brothers Auto Repair and Collision Center. If you bend it, we can mend it. New Balance Knoxville. Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville. Callahan Drive. Josh Hemphill State Farm. Call your local hometown team at 675-3999 and by UT Sports. Listen for VFL and current SEC Network studio analyst Ron Slay with reports from the SEC tournament this week on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Brought to you by King Cleaners, offering something the others don't. Next day service. Miller Brothers Auto Repair and Collision Center. If you bend it, we can mend it. New Balance Knoxville. Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville. Callahan Drive. Josh Hemphill State Farm. Call your local hometown team at 675-3999 and by UT Sports.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
Tennessee baseball won its final game before SEC play begins with a 17-2 7-inning run rule victory over Eastern Kentucky at Lindsey Nelson Stadium last night. The Vols have won 16 games in a row and open up the conference schedule with a 3-game set at 12th-ranked Alabama starting this Friday. The SEC men's basketball tournament opens up tonight. In the first round, Arkansas takes on Vanderbilt at 7. Missouri takes on Georgia at 9:30. In the NBA tonight at 7 o'clock, the Pistons host the Raptors. The Nets visit the Magic. At 7:30, the Pacers host the Bulls. The Nuggets visit the Heat. At 8 o'clock, the Grizzlies welcome the Hornets. The Cavaliers visit the Pelicans. At 8:30, the Mavericks host the Warriors. And at 10 o'clock, the Hawks take on the Trailblazers while the Kings face off against the Lakers. On the ice, the Nashville Predators are 10-0-2 in their last 12 games. They face the Winnipeg Jets tonight in Manitoba. Puck drop is at 7:30. Other games tonight, Kings get the Blues at 7:30. Oilers face the Capitals at 10. Canucks face the Avalanche at 10:30. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. I got to the gym this morning. I was away for the last few days, so getting back to the gym this morning felt great. It feels good to be able to get into a routine, getting to the gym, getting your workout in, whatever that is, whatever your preference might be. Cardio, weight training. At Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center, they can help you reach your fitness goals, and they can help you however you might want to do that, whatever your preferences might be. If you need that extra push, they have more than 85 group fitness classes that take place every week, included in your membership at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. Personal training is available if that's something you need. If you're looking for access to a pool, they have an indoor pool that's open every day, 12 months out of the year. Plus, the outdoor pool will be opening soon for the spring and summer months. There are no long-term contracts. Everything is month to month. We have a family membership, which includes complimentary childcare when we need. They will help you hit your fitness goals. Stop by, check it out for yourself. Tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
This is John, and I'm with Whitney, co-owner of Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, voted one of Knoxville's best HVAC companies 7 years in a row. What have you got for us this spring, Whitney?
We have an exciting limited-time offer this spring. Now through the end of March, we are offering a free water heater with the purchase and installation of a new heating and cooling system from Pipe Wrench. If you don't need a new water heater yet, that's okay. We can credit the value of the water heater toward your purchase of a complete HVAC system. Our field supervisors can give you all the details and work with you to get the best deal.
Updating your HVAC system and your water heater at the same time sounds great. What do people need to do, Whitney?
All you need to do is call our office or visit our website to book online today. We offer free on-site estimates and free second opinions for HVAC replacements and water heater replacements too, if a water heater is all you need. We offer financing options as well.
Call Pipe Wrench 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com.
Hey folks, it's Jake from Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville, and it's time for you to score some bracket-busting deals. You can buy a 2024 Kia Sportage for $3,000 below MSRP, or a 2024 Kia Sorento for $2,000 below MSRP, or a 2024 Kia Telluride for $1,000 below MSRP. These bracket-busting deals are only here through Saturday night, so hurry in before the buzzer sounds to Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
Barley's is the place for all your round ball tournament action. Come watch the balls and all your favorite teams. Enjoy Knoxville's best pizza, 96 draft beers, specials all March long, and plan on celebrating St. Patrick's Day with Barley's. We'll have the SEC Championship game, the Barley's 5K, the Old City St. Patrick's Day pub crawl, and a live performance by Cutthroat Shamrock starting at 7 o'clock. Barley's the place to be for basketball and getting your Irish on during March. Jackson Avenue in the Old City. More details at barleysknoxville.com.
We're not all the same, so why should we wear the same shoes? At locally owned New Balance Knoxville, they specialize in finding you your perfect fit. Their fit specialists take your individual foot characteristics and match them against more than 75 New Balance models, resulting in shoes that will give you the perfect fit. And with their new fuel cell technology, New Balance delivers top-of-the-line performance whether you're training for world-class competition or treating yourself to an afternoon walk. Visit New Balance Knoxville in the Suburban Shopping Center, Kingston Pike, just west of Westtown Mall.
Since 1956, Standard Kitchen and Bath has been serving the East Tennessee area with professional kitchen and bath sales and design. Family owned and operated, Larry Finley and his son Scott offer custom and affordable cabinetry lines from quality brands like Soul Design Cabinetry. From remodeling to new construction, the professionals at Standard Kitchen and Bath can help you design any space. Call 694-0068, standardkitchen.com, or stop by the showroom, Kingston Pike, next to Grayson Hyundai. They're not just selling cabinets, but designs and ideas that will transform your kitchen or bath into something you'll love.
This report is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Temperatures are getting even warmer this afternoon with plenty of sunshine. Highs near 74 degrees. Only start down to about the lower 40s this morning, so just grab the light jacket. Back to the mid-40s with temperatures nearing 80 on Thursday. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. East Tennessee, born and raised. If you're facing legal troubles, make the call to East Tennessee's local law firm, Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group. Call 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
We started out on AM, then added FM, then a website stream, and now we're worldwide on the Sports Animal app. Everywhere you go, the Sports Animal stream is there. All fact, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on the Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. We will be a little quicker this segment after going long last segment. Great to have Ron Slay call in. You'll hear him more over the next 3 days on our show, the morning and the afternoon as well, on what's happening in Nashville with the SEC tournament. For the Mississippi State part of the conversation, when you have a desperate team, which Mississippi State is, trying to get in the NCAA tournament, better take them seriously. But also, if Tennessee faces Mississippi State on Friday,
you know what time it is.
Revenge factor.
Revenge time. I don't think it hits the same as it did when we played against Texas A&M in South Carolina, because Tennessee's already won the conference regular season championship and in position to get a great seed in the NCAA tournament. But pride will come into play, and you want revenge because they beat you.
There's also the aspect that Tennessee doesn't want to go into the NCAA tournament with back-to-back losses.
No, that's not good, man. You don't want to have a bunch of questions, and you want to go in feeling good. And if Tennessee's able to have a nice run in the tournament, conference tournament in Nashville, I think you feel really good about the national tournament and the NCAA tournament, being able to either, if it's a 1 seed or number 2 seed, go in with confidence and momentum.
So you bring in your cowbell to Barley's tomorrow? You bring in your cowbell for Mississippi State?
Man,
you want the Bulldogs one more time?
I don't own one. Yeah, I don't own one. Do I want Mississippi State to win? No, I want LSU to win.
Okay.
No reason at all.
Mississippi State also 41st in the net ranking, so would be another quality win for the Vols, playing them neutral site versus LSU. LSU's ranked in the 90s.
That's not going to work, Josh.
Battling for that 1 seed.
Don't matter. We good. We don't need a quality win. We just need a win. We're good. I mean, I know you want to watch a good game, a good close game and all, but I prefer a blowout so that way guys second half can rest, and if we got to play the next day, I think that's going to be very, very important.
Quad 1 records for Arizona and North Carolina right now are better than Tennessee's. Mississippi State would be a Quad 1 game, neutral site against a top 50 team. Arizona's 8-3, North Carolina's 7-4, Tennessee 7-6.
That doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Josh, it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
You got a nice car. If your neighbor get a nice car, you're not going to go, hey, well, I got to get a nice car too. No. You feel good that even though your neighbor got a nice car, you feel good, you feel secure in the fact that you have a nice car. And you don't need to go to the dealership and try to top your neighbor. I don't need to get another quality win. We have enough, which is why we're the number 1 seed right now.
But what if you're both going for the same last remaining parking pass and the nicer car gets the pass?
I need to exercise anyways.
We'll come back.
I'll take a little walk.
On Josh and Swain, 865-656-9900, on to the final segment of hour number 2 with you until 3 o'clock on Josh and Swain.
We're teaming up with Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria to give you a shot at the $1 Million Madness Bracket Challenge. This year, we're stepping into the hysteria by giving you the chance to win $1 million. Jump into the buzzer-beating action by registering your bracket. And if you make the perfect pick, that's a $1 million bracket. Get 60 picks, that's $10,000. Plus, there's a $500 prize for the best bracket in East Tennessee. Register your bracket today at 991thesportsanimal.com. Presented by Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria. Any bracket is just better with Barley's.
Fellas, it's time to get your levels checked. It's time to know your number, especially if you're feeling different. You're feeling grumpy. You're tired. You've noticed a lack of motivation and drive, maybe some weight gain or loss of muscle mass. These could be signs of low testosterone levels, and we have to find those numbers to know exactly what plan to put in place to make you feel better, have you feel like you did 5, 10, 15 years ago. It's a simple blood test. And because of the on-site lab at Low T Center, you're going to get your results back in about 25 minutes. Low T Center, they've been exclusively treating men with years with most health insurance accepted. They have affordable and convenient treatment options, including physician-monitored self-inject treatments that ship directly to you each month, saving you a trip to the center for those weekly visits. Right now at Low T Center, it's just $25 to get your T-level tested. Make your health and quality of life a priority. Let's make it a great spring, 2024. Go to the website, lowtcenter.com, to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
The Tennessee Sports Show is coming back to Knoxville Saturday, March 23rd at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum. Make plans to meet your favorite Tennessee Vols from the last few decades. This special guest lineup includes Jamal Lewis, Javon Kearse, Albert Hainsworth, Carl Pickens, Cedric Houston, Anthony Miller, and Kamal Haddon. Doors open at 10 a.m. and goes till 4. Go online and pre-order your tickets now at TennesseeSportsShow.com. That's TennesseeSportsShow.com. Saturday, March 23rd at the Knoxville Civic Coliseum.
This is John, and I'm with Whitney, co-owner of Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, voted Knoxville's best plumber 7 years in a row. I hear you've got a drain cleaning special, Whitney.
We do, John. As long as our equipment can access the drain, we'll clear any clogged drain in your home for just $99. As a bonus, we'll run a video camera through your sewer line to examine the condition of your main drain line. If we see a blockage or break in the line, we can devise a plan to fix it.
Is there a charge for the video camera inspection?
No, it's free. And if we do find an issue with your main sewer line, we can give you options to resolve it. Options include cabling the line, hydrojetting it, performing a spot repair, or total sewer line replacement, depending on the issue. Armed with knowledge, you can make a decision as to how to proceed.
Sounds like you're the drain and sewer line experts, Whitney. Call Pipe Wrench, 865-264-8090, or book online at pipewrench.com.
Hey, Tennessee, it's Chad at Rusty Wallace Honda. It's March, so let the madness begin. You won't get your bracket busted when you score one of these: a 2024 Accord Hybrid Sport or a 2024 front-wheel drive CRV Hybrid Sport. Your choice, only $359 a month. Or get a game changer, like a 2024 Pilot EXL, only $439 a month. It's loaded with leather and all-wheel drive. So don't miss your shot at the best Honda lineup in the entire area. The intersection of selection, Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive. See dealer for details.
Wedby Insurance is Knoxville's premier auto owner's insurance agency. Since 1972, the staff at Wedby has made it a point to provide personalized, prompt, and professional service. Whether you need personal or commercial coverage, Wedby Insurance and Auto Owner's Insurance can provide you with a coverage that fits your needs and your budget. For your home, your life, your car, or your business, Wedby Insurance will be there for your family. Contact them at wedbyinsurance.com. That's WHEDBEE Insurance.com.
TV journalist Barbara Walters has a history of making history as the first woman to co-anchor a network nightly news broadcast. She also hosted The Today Show 2020 and produced and hosted The View. She's interviewed the most famous people in the world.
Her unequaled career spanning 50 years and inspiring generations of women.
We salute the multiple Emmy Award winner, Barbara Walters.
Cumulus Media and 99.1 The Sports Animals celebrate Women's History Month.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Good follow-up question from Mike in the text box as Swain went into slick mode.
Oh!
When we're comparing Quad 1 records and what if you have a nice car but your neighbor gets a nice car, which car's nicer? Mike wants to know, what if the neighbor buys a nicer lawnmower? All of a sudden that yard starts to look a little sharper than the Swain yard.
It's not the lawnmower. It's not the lawnmower that makes the yard.
Okay.
It's not the lawnmower.
Okay.
It's the work you put in on the yard that makes the grass green and looks good. You can have a lawnmower that does the trick, doesn't cost as much. I will say this. A couple years ago, I did see my neighbor. He had like a zero turn, and I just had like the typical rotten lawnmower. I saw him whipping and turning and making these nice lines in his yard. I was like, man, the moment my lawnmower gives out, I'm getting a zero turn. And I remember the first day it was dropped off, man, I was zero turning all in the front yard. Hey, neighbor, what's up, man? How you doing? How you doing, man? Good day, man. Hey, man, your grass looking good.
Lawn care envy.
That was me.
Swain said, man, I love this season coming up. You talk about NCAA tournament season? Nope. Baseball season? Vols are looking good. Nope. Oh, spring football right around the corner. Nope. Lawn care season.
I was out there yesterday.
It's a beautiful time.
Yeah, man. Great time. It's lawn care time in Tennessee.
Basketball's happening. Virginia Tech trailing late against Florida State. FSU up by 10. BYU up by 9 on UCF. Wichita State against Rice, 52-39 at the half. Typically, you would say, do not care about those games. In fact, those three I just laid out. You might still say, do not care. You start to care a little bit more in March.
Yeah, if we pick them on our bracket.
Exactly.
Come on, BYU. I got you going to the Elite Eight. Come on now. I got some money in this pool.
For the SEC, the bum bracket starts later today, as described by Jason Swain, not me. Although I wish I came up with it. Tennessee gets ready to play on Friday. More games tomorrow. We continue to get you ready. And more on those Nick Saban comments. All coming up right here on Josh and Swain.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and we're ready for a great Madness run. Are you making money this year? A $100 client of mine's up over $5,000 this hoop season, and that's after the service fee. Want to get the best grade of the year for football? Sign up now. Want free baseball? Sign up now. Want to get the Triple Crown races and horses for free? Sign up now. Go to FatJackSports.com to get the best rate of the entire year. Make money all March long and beyond. Spring into profit at FatJackSports.com, FatJackSports.com.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gate. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, they bring it to life. Offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, wood fences. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
Hey folks, it's Jake from Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville, and it's time for you to score some bracket-busting deals. You can buy a 2024 Kia Sportage for $3,000 below MSRP, or a 2024 Kia Sorento for $2,000 below MSRP, or a 2024 Kia Telluride for $1,000 below MSRP. These bracket-busting deals are only here through Saturday night, so hurry in before the buzzer sounds to Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
Whether it's game day or movie night, Games and Things is your ticket to the best seat in the house. Hi, I'm Scott Mellon, and it's time to get rid of that old recliner and upgrade to new home theater seating from Games and Things. We offer the largest selection of quality seats at the best price in East Tennessee. With a multitude of styles, configurations, and options, you are sure to find that perfect seat. Stop by Games and Things to upgrade your seats today. Located at the corner of Kingston Pike and Lovell Road, and online at ourgameroom.com. Games and Things, because life should be fun.
Johnson, I've been reading about this geofencing. Know anything about it?
Yeah, boss. We use geofencing through Cumulus Digital to help drive our sales.
How does it work?
We pick precise locations, and whenever a customer enters that location, they see our ads.
That's what I thought.
CumulusDigital.com. I remember when I was a little boy, and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
It's time to transform your old, outdated kitchen into the dream space you and your family want. Kitchen Sales can make those dreams a reality. Kitchen Sales carries the largest selection of fine kitchen and bathroom cabinetry that ranges from a more affordable line all the way up to a fully custom line. See the selection for yourself at one of their 2 amazing showrooms, Hoyt Avenue, just off Cherry Street, and in the Town and Country Circle near Best Buy. For more information, go to kitchensales.net.
Kitchen Sales, cabinets and countertops, we are the place to shop. Come on down.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of, what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
This is WNML-FM Friendsville, WNML-AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Jim Rome with an Odyssey Sports Minute, sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Old Trapper, what's your beef? Aaron Rodgers may run alongside RFK Jr. for president. I want to say this whole VP drama is just garbage and BS. Unfortunately, knowing this team and knowing this guy at this point, I have no idea what's true and what's not. I'm Jim Rome. Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? Well, Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has helped over 35,000 families out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares, and they may be able to help you too. If you were misled into signing a timeshare agreement that is a lifetime commitment, if you were told timeshare is a great investment or your maintenance fees will never go up, you need to get the facts about timeshare cancellation. For over 10 years, Wesley Financial Group has been dedicated to helping folks get out of a lifetime of debt by canceling their timeshares. So they created a timeshare exit information kit, which reveals how the timeshare industry works and what your options are for cancellation. Simply call Wesley right now and they will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free. See how you can become timeshare free. Call 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. Again, 800-761-0000.
Start your fitness journey with no long-term contracts in month-to-month memberships at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Some law firms specialize in one thing, but there's one here in East Tennessee that specializes in them all. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Welcome into the final hour of Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. 1 hour to go until Tyler will take over at 3 o'clock on the Sports Animal. We have another hour on AM 640, the Sports Monster in the Tri-Cities area. However you are tuning into today's show, we appreciate you being with us. You can join us at 865-656-9900. Nathan texted in, I heard Swain's yard is turf and his lawnmowers are just for looks. Man, accusations out there.
Hey. That means it's a good low cut. It looks like turf. Thanks for the compliment.
Not the size of the lawnmower, it's how it cuts the grass.
Yes, sir.
Says another texter.
That's right.
Another believing that Swain is a get off my lawn type of person.
That's correct. That's correct. Yep. There was a lady Saturday walking her dog, and dog stopped and started doing this thing, number 2.
Taking care of business.
And I was just looking at her. I was like, you better have that bag. You better have that bag. I got my eyes on you, lady. And she had the bag.
That's good.
Like a great dog owner. That's a great dog owner.
Like a good booster. Had the bag.
Allegedly. Got to use that word.
Yeah, in the old days. Do we still have to use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, still got to use it.
Okay.
Still got to use it. But got to have that bag if you're a dog owner. Not good. Cole Kublik couple years ago.
Oh, yeah, that was
Poopgate.
Yeah, that's
Poopgate.
right.
Yeah, he was about to set out cameras and everything because he had someone coming and dropping nuggets in his yard and not picking it up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a real thing, man. Real thing. I don't have that problem. But if I did,
it would be handled appropriately.
I would hire a PI team. Get down to the answers. Anyways.
What's your answer to this with our discussion of Nick Saban, his comments to Congress, the overall discussion that is taking place on paying players, how you pay players, because they're being paid, so it's more of a, okay, how does this get done? What's the structure of it all once you decide on a plan in the future? James asked or suggested, I would like to see a maximum pay. Example, all players make $5,000 each, not one making $1 million and others making much less. Make it even across the board so it doesn't cause issues between players. Thoughts?
Each player get paid the same amount?
That's the suggestion here.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh at our texter because it was a thoughtful message. I'm laughing at the notion that Nico's going to get paid the same amount as the second string backup linebacker. No. I don't agree. If you bring more value, you should be paid more money. If you put in more work and you're balling and you are the biggest reason for the success of the football team, which the quarterback position is, you should get paid more money. What I do believe is that there should be a equal salary cap number with the teams. So Alabama, $100 million. Tennessee, $100 million or $50 million, whatever. Like, it should be equal a number. And then you, the school, you have to decide if you want to overpay for this player or not, because it's going to count a lot towards your salary cap. That's the way to make it fair. All right, if you want to pay Nico $8 million, cool. You got a couple $1 million left that you got to work with. So you better make sure that you can go out and get a receiver or a DB or kicker or whatever. That's how I see it would be fair. But to pay every player same amount, no, man, you ain't paying me the same as this scrub over here. Ain't doing anything. I need my backs to be double. He ain't doing anything.
Yeah, also at this point in the world that we're in, and that was just a number he threw out, but whatever it would be, 5,000.
Yeah, it don't matter number.
50,000.
Yeah, whatever.
That would be a tremendous pay cut for some of the players we're talking about.
Yeah, there's going to be whatever happens, even if the number is big. For some players, it's going to be a pay cut because there has been players that have benefited from things being unregulated right now. It is the Wild Wild West. So you have the short window that we're in right now where this year's recruiting class, last year's recruiting class, players who are playing right now in college football, they're able to hold their collectives hostage and say, yo, well, I'm about to go Austin Powers, and I want $1 million. And the collectives are like, okay, we got to pay you because if we don't, we're going to lose. And no one's trying to do that. But I think that's going to change, in the future. It's just when.
Also, the discussion we're having would have to do with schools paying the players, which is what we believe will be the ultimate future.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean athletes still can't get branding deals.
I forgot about that.
So that can still occur. It's just that.
You mean they can do commercials and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I totally forgot.
Yeah, believe it or not, they can still do that. Yep.
Yeah, okay. They can do that.
Yeah. You're not going to see as many get those opportunities, at least in terms of big paydays. You'll see a lot of local stuff, which we see now, which is great.
No.
But in terms of the high-dollar athletes that we're talking about, that will be for a select few.
Yeah, you have household names from a national standpoint, and then you have household names in Knoxville. So, you watch TV, you've seen some of those players on TV. Those are household names in Knoxville. But those same household names who are on TV in Knoxville, you can't have them in Atlanta. You can't have them on a national commercial because people won't know who they are. So, there's always an opportunity, I think, for players here. If you're a really good player at Tennessee, you handle yourself right and you have a clean name. Hopefully that continues. I think it's cool to see collegiate athletes in commercials.
Why was the lawnmower kicked out of training?
Why?
He didn't make the cut.
Oh, man. I love a good lawn joke. Yes.
Charles knows the audience. Charles sent that one in.
I laugh at every lawn joke. Funny or not, I'll laugh.
I would like for the committee to ask Saban what was his pay scale model for players during his coaching tenure at Alabama in the text box.
Pre or post NIL?
Jamie in South Haven, Mississippi, we appreciate you. So if players should get paid based on popularity for the most part, what do we do with offensive linemen who are blocking for the five-star quarterbacks and running backs who are racking up massive numbers? That line is hugely responsible for their success. Well, so I don't think you were saying popularity across the board. Like the left tackle?
Very popular.
And valuable. So the left tackle is going to make a lot. I mean, it's the same conversation as the NFL, just on a different scale. But the left tackle is going to get more attention than the left guard.
Yes.
Left guard is still important and valuable. I've called the offensive guard the most underappreciated position in football, maybe in sports. But the left tackle is going to get more attention and will demand more. Lance Hurd had a high demand when he entered the portal from LSU. Allegedly?
No, not allegedly.
He had a high demand.
High demand.
Yeah.
One of the best tackles in the portal, former five-star player. Other coaches have said publicly how much tackles are going to cost.
Yeah.
So, Lance Hurd was not cheap.
Mm-hmm. So, the quarterback is going to be more popular in almost every case because he's the quarterback. I don't need to go into the reasons why. But certain positions, left tackle, edge rushers. I mean, if you're the best middle linebacker in college football, you're going to have an incredibly high value as well. But as good as you are will affect your value.
Yeah, this is not a high school Nickelodeon sitcom. It's not about popularity here. It's about talent and value. And the most talented players who play a position of value will get paid a lot of money. I mean, simple as that. Like, yeah, you play running back, but we can go get a running back a lot easier than getting a top-notch pass rusher, top-notch quarterback, top-notch tackle. Like, sorry, we just can't. It's just the way it is. So you look at the NFL game, there's parallels to the collegiate game when you look at value of certain positions.
Why did the grass break up with the lawnmower?
Why is that?
It just wanted to grow apart.
You know somebody laugh like that?
I do.
Like, man, that sound like that hurts.
Yeah.
Maybe you should lay off the cigarettes, buddy.
Can you get it out?
That was a knee slapper. I love it.
We're just cutting up here on Josh and Swain.
Oh, another one, Josh.
865-656-9900. More on college football today and into the future as we continue on Josh and Swain.
Your odds to win 99.1 These Sports Animals' biggest prizes just got better. We now draw one member of our email club, The Jungle, as an instant finalist in contests with a grand prize value over $500. Club members get links to our latest blogs and videos, plus a layout of sports animal programming and the biggest sporting events of the weekend. To make sure you receive our weekly sports animal emails, visit our website at 991thesportsanimal.com and sign up for the Jungle Email Club.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln. You can get no payments for 90 days when you shop right now with new 2023 and 2024 Ford models. They have low interest rates and up to $1,000 off MSRP on a 2024 Ford Bronco Sport for you right now. If you are looking for a truck, an SUV, an electric vehicle, go to Ted Russell Ford because they have a great selection. They have great buying power. They have a ton of different options for you. They are the Model E elite dealer. If you're looking for an electric vehicle, they have access to all of them, from the Ford F-150 Lightning to the Mustang Mach-E, the 2023 Ford E-Transit. They can help you at Ted Russell Ford. If you need work trucks, they can help you find what you need, however many trucks you might need when you shop with Ted Russell Ford, which is where I have shopped several times over the last several years, and will shop again on Kingston Pike, Parkside Drive, and you can go to the website, tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
When you're preparing for your presentation, what you say matters. Your delivery matters. The quality matters. Your image matters. So trust Image Matters, Knoxville's most respected office technology dealer, to create the image you want. Image Matters is locally owned and operated, offering total document output solutions to fit both your needs and budget. From multifunction printers to production printing, backed by customer service that's second to none. To learn how Image Matters can help you, visit ImageMattersInc.com or call 865-212-3600. Technology you need, people you trust.
Hi, I'm David Brewster, owner of Aqua Clear Water Systems. The next time you're hauling heavy bottles of water, think, why am I doing this? With an award-winning Connecticut water system from Aqua Clear, I could make my own clean, fresh water. Better than bottled. Give us a call at 865-694-1725 or find us on the web at aquaclearws.com.
Aqua Clear will change your water. It'll change your life.
Vol Baseball is back on 99.1 The Sports Animal. And Ted Russell Ford want to give you a chance to win a porch for you and your crew to watch a Vols game this season. Check out 991thesportsanimal.com and get signed up. And you could be cheering on the Vols from the outfield while enjoying this unique fan experience with you and your friends. So batter up, good luck, and go Vols. From Ted Russell Ford in 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Hi, this is John with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosed houses. If you own a house and you want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
If you want a great-looking fence or secure entry gate that will stand the test of time, you need to call Stanley Fencing and Gates. Proudly serving East Tennessee since 2000, Stanley Fencing can customize your fence. Just tell Stanley Fencing your idea, and they'll bring it to life, offering chain link, vinyl, aluminum, and wood fencing. They even specialize in secure entry gates to protect your business. For customized fencing and gates backed by a warranty, choose the Stanley Fence family. Call 865-254-3844 or online at stanleyfence.com.
If there's intelligent life out there somewhere, there's streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal. Guaranteed.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Thank you for being with us on Josh and Swain this afternoon. Tomorrow from 12 until 3, we'll be at Barley's downtown. SEC Tournament Day 2 will tip off. Got a couple of games today. Arkansas and Vanderbilt, Georgia and Missouri. Missouri looking for its first SEC win. Does Mizzou get its first and what would likely be its only SEC win of the season tonight? 9:30 Eastern Time scheduled tip-off.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Georgia's just not – they're just not good.
Well, while I agree, that does apply to Georgia's opponent.
Yeah, but Missouri's
been a fighter.
Yeah, they've been a fighter, man. I'll roll with Missouri.
Yeah, remember when Tennessee played Georgia? They actually looked pretty decent.
That was probably the peak for them.
But also part of the problem going in, they won their first two SEC games against Missouri and Arkansas, which at the time looked like better wins, and now those are two of the other teams that are playing today for a reason. But they also beat South Carolina after that, after losing to Tennessee. So it's been a tough go. Since January 24th, they have 2 wins against Vanderbilt and Ole Miss at home. So we'll see. Missouri trying to get its first win, 0-18 in conference play heading into tonight.
The bum bracket starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. Vanderbilt, Arkansas. That too mean?
It's pretty mean, yep.
Oh. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry. At all.
Mike did say that he's sorry for what he started with all the lawn talk on today's show.
Mike got me all excited. I'm all excited now. I'm ready to get home, get back in the yard.
We've talked lawn care, cutting grass. We've talked the NCAA, college football, which I guess that would be diving into the weeds a little bit.
Not over here.
Nick Saban speaking to Congress, just that fact, let alone what he had to say, what he talked about, has gotten a lot of attention.
I want Nick Saban to be successful. I'm on Nick Saban's side. I'm rooting for him to come up with some type of resolution that can be adopted. Like I want him to be successful. Period, point blank. I don't care about his success against Tennessee or others, championships that he has won. I just need him to whisper to me, yeah, this is what I did at Alabama. Pre-NIL. Just confirm it to me. And that's all the closure I need to be able to sleep at night.
Back in the day being about 3 years ago, when we were getting close to the changes that were going to occur with NIL.
Back in your day?
Mm-hmm. A fair amount of people would say, yeah, I know that Some athletes are already getting money. I'd rather it just stay that way, that they're getting money under the table instead of diving into everything above board.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Cheaper
and at least on the outside looking in, less complicated, right? This is a complicated conversation. It's not like this is easy to figure out.
Yeah, 100%, man. Don't you remember when groceries was a little bit cheaper? Don't you prefer to get groceries? Gas a little bit cheaper?
I remember the under $1 a gallon gasoline.
Yeah.
I was a part of that era.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you're a multimillionaire or not. It's still your money. It's still, $50,000, $100,000 here and there. Like, you would prefer to do something else with that. And now that number is more, because under the table, that could buy a 5-star. Just that right there. That same amount won't even get you on the phone with a 5-star. You don't have a chance with the 5-star. So there's inflation going on with college football when it comes to talent that you are recruiting and trying to bring in. So that's another big issue.
You know the cost of a stamp these days?
It's been a while since I bought some stamps.
Yeah, it's okay if you don't. 68 cents. It's outrageous.
Very much so.
1994, it jumped from 29 cents to 32, which was a big deal. It had been 29 cents for 4 years.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Like the cost of doing business and recruiting has gone up because of NIL. It's out in the open. Prices are outrageous.
Yep.
Before,
players have unlimited negotiating power right now.
Yeah, before you can get a 5-star defensive lineman, and I know this for a fact, a 5-star defensive lineman, currently is one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL, from an SEC school, what he was paid under the table for 4 years or 3 years, I think he came out early, you would have to pay that to a player every year now. Post NIL. It's insane. And that's why coaches are like, hold on now. We got to do something about this. Because at some point, boosters will say, you know what, man, I didn't put too much money into this. And that little 5-star you want me to help you get, he ain't doing anything. And why are we not in the playoffs this year? There's 12 teams in the playoffs, and we ain't there. Something ain't right. So all these collectives that have been really, really ambitious and having a lot of success, you better make sure your team gets to the playoffs, because if it doesn't, you might have some problems fundraising. Every team, every collective around the country, if your team doesn't get to the playoffs and you've been ambitious, there's going to be some questions answered.
Very much so.
Oh, yeah. There were some questions being asked, excuse me.
Yeah. Expectations will have changed. I would say understandably. If you're doling out more money, you're going to expect more, right? But part of it is a keeping up with the Joneses conversation. Because other schools have collectives too. Not all are created equal. I recognize that.
No, we know that.
Yep. Let's Mark Stoops knows it.
Please, just give me some money. I can't compete against Georgia. I need some players.
I set you up for that one. Andy, you're on Josh and Swain. Thanks for calling in. What's on your mind, Andy?
Well, you guys led right into it. My question was, do you guys think that in this wild, wild west of NIL, is our school one of the schools that can pay the money to get the big players consistently?
Yes.
It is. Because, we're just – I know we have a big fan base, Swain, but we're still a pretty small area. And so I wondered, gosh, can we pay millions of dollars for these kids? Which I'm sure if we could, we would. That's how much we love it. But I was worried or wondering what your thoughts were on, does this help the University of Tennessee or does it hurt it? I also had another question I wanted to ask you guys. I have been watching UT basketball since Tony White and suffered through Lang Wiseman even, and all those guys. I cannot remember anybody better than this Dalton Connect kid that we have. Can you, Allen Houston maybe? I don't even remember him having a game like I saw him in a losing effort the other night. And with that, I would just like to hear your comments, Swain.
Andy, appreciate the call. Swain, I would still say Bernard King that was all time, right? Was his question? Yeah. Bernard King is still Tennessee's.
Yeah, I'm going Bernard King.
Number one.
Yeah.
He's one of the great all-time scorers in the history of the game of basketball.
Yeah, not just college, NBA, but the history of the game, period, point blank.
Yeah, so if you recognize different eras and all that stuff, if you look at his numbers, what he was able to do, he was a madman on the floor. He was a terrific NBA player. He had to overcome adversity. Coming back from his knee injury was still a top-of-the-line scorer. He's just – Bernard King – he's one of the great he's the best in Tennessee history. I don't even really know what the argument is against that.
No argument.
One of the best players in the SEC, one of the best college basketball players we've seen. And ask players who went up against him in the NBA, or if the topic becomes 70s into the 80s, who were the best scorers? Who were the toughest dudes to go up against when you're guarding them? Bernard King often makes that conversation pretty quickly.
Yeah, the thing about Allen Houston.
84-85, he averaged 32.9 points per game in the NBA.
Yeah, like Bernard King, no doubt, best. Allen Houston was brought up. I'm still giving the edge to Allen Houston because Allen Houston did it for multiple years. Mm-hmm. Like Dalton Connect has been great this year, and who knows if Dalton Connect would have put up 18, 20 points per game if he was here last year at Tennessee, but we don't know, and we'll never know. But Allen Houston was dropping 40-point games as a freshman. I mean, he was averaging 20 points per game for multiple years. I got to give the edge there to Allen Houston when we talk about some of the best scorers in Tennessee basketball history.
Yeah, and I would also say Dalton Connect's season put him in the conversation with those players. That by itself is a tremendous compliment.
Yeah, just to be in the conversation.
Yeah. So when Andy asked about putting up these type numbers, Bernard, Ernie Grunfeld, Ernie and Bernie, of course, playing together. Allen Houston, who's a great scorer and then had a terrific NBA career. Dalton's in that conversation. Number one, I think it's number one, Bernard King, and then there's a space almost.
Correct.
And then you continue on with the list. But that's just because what Bernard was. He was an all-time player at Tennessee and in general in the game of basketball.
Yeah, just being on the list is a compliment enough.
Yeah, but Dalton was, I think, an easy pick for SEC Player of the Year this year and putting himself in the discussion. Let's assume Zach Edey wins National Player of the Year. The fact that Dalton's been right there with him around the country when people talk about, is somebody challenging him and Dalton is the answer, that's another thing to add to his list of accomplishments, whether he wins the award or not.
Well, ESPN's top morning show talked about one player and one team when the question was asked, who deserves the last number one seed? Tennessee was discussed, and Dalton Connect was discussed. And that's what Dalton Connect has done for himself and the program has done for Dalton, something I went over, I want to say Monday, that the culture has allowed Dalton to be the best version of himself, because who knows if Dalton is the same Dalton Connect if he went to another program or another school or play with a different team. It was a perfect storm for the Connect explosion because of the coaching, the teammates, something that Dalton always refers to when he gets questions about his game. Hey, Dalton, what's your favorite color? Yeah, well, my team's favorite color is orange, so I'm gonna roll with my team. Like he don't like talking about himself, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, dog, what's your favorite snack? Well, Coach Barnes loves Cheetos, so I'm gonna go with Cheetos. We asking you, dog, about you and your game. Stop talking about your teammates. Stop bringing up your coaches. But that's who he is, and that's why he has been a perfect fit for Tennessee and why he's had the success.
And he has changed Tennessee's hopes for the postseason, which will begin on Friday. We continue the conversation for another 30 minutes. And attaboy still to hand out. More time for you to join us at 865-656-9900 on Josh and Swain.
Win yourself a limited edition Sports Animal Game Day towel powered by Food City. Just listen for the when and where. Then wave your Sports Animal Game Day towel cheering on the Vols from Food City, your official supermarket of the Vols. And 99.1 The Sports Animal. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
Tennessee baseball won its final game before SEC play begins with a 17-2 7-inning run rule victory over Eastern Kentucky at Lindsey Nelson Stadium last night. The Vols have won 16 games in a row and open up the conference schedule with a 3-game set at 12th-ranked Alabama starting this Friday. The SEC men's basketball tournament opens up tonight. In the first round, Arkansas takes on Vanderbilt at 7. Missouri takes on Georgia at 9:30. In the NBA tonight at 7 o'clock, the Pistons host the Raptors. The Nets visit the Magic. At 7:30, the Pacers host the Bulls. The Nuggets visit the Heat. At 8 o'clock, the Grizzlies welcome the Hornets. The Cavaliers visit the Pelicans. At 8:30, the Mavericks host the Warriors. And at 10 o'clock, the Hawks take on the Trailblazers while the Kings face off against the Lakers. On the ice, the Nashville Predators are 10-0-2 in their last 12 games. They face the Winnipeg Jets tonight in Manitoba. Puck drop is at 7:30. Other games tonight, Kings get the Blues at 7:30. Oilers face the Capitals at 10. Canucks face the Avalanche at 10:30. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and we're ready for a great Madness run. Are you making money this year? A $100 client of mine's up over $5,000 this hoop season, and that's after the service fee. Want to get the best grade of the year for football? Sign up now. Want free baseball? Sign up now. Want to get the Triple Crown races and horses for free? Sign up now. Go to FatJackSports.com to get the best rate of the entire year. Make money all March long and beyond. Spring into profit at FatJackSports.com, FatJackSports.com.
Fox Tonight is all new. Yay! First, 4 new Masked Singers take the stage for Wizard of Oz Night. We're headed to Emerald City. Then Animal Control has cats, monkeys, and Joel McHale.
I think it's working. We're getting a lot of likes.
Plus Family Guy on its all-new night.
I've been dreaming of this day for most of the day.
The Masked Singer, Animal Control, and Family Guy. An incredible all-new night tonight on Fox.
It all starts tonight at 8. Then later it's news at 10 on Fox 43.
Vol fans, this is VFL Chris Brown at Harper Volkswagen. We're excited to offer 0% financing on the 2024 Volkswagen Tiguan SUV and rates as low as 1.9% on the Made in Tennessee 2024 Volkswagen Atlas. Remember, Harper Auto Square is a proud partner of Tennessee Athletics and the #1 spot for Vol fans. Come see us and check out our extensive selection of new and pre-owned Volkswagens at Harper Volkswagen, 9901 Kingston Pike, or online at harpervw.com. Go Vols!
Hi, I'm Andy Lehman with Lehman Jewelers. Since 1983, we have made it our mission to spread smiles by helping you celebrate your special moments and achievements. At Lehman Jewelers, we strive to give every customer a 5-star experience, regardless of budget or need. If you're looking for a local jeweler that you can trust, we would love to show you why Lehman Jewelers is the right choice for you. But don't take my word for it. Here's what our customers are saying about us. Michelle R. said the staff are very knowledgeable and super nice. They're the best in town if you want to get a piece redesigned or you want to add a new stone to a ring. Barbara T. said great staff and very helpful, quick service, and answered all my questions about the repairs. I would definitely recommend them to family and friends. Thanks, Michelle and Barbara. So if you're ready to stop the search, Lehman Jewelers wants the opportunity to be your 5-star jeweler with 2 locations to serve you in Turkey Creek and Maryville. Or visit us online at lehmanjewelers.com.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
Matlock Tire has a reputation for being a little bit old school. They're proud to be known for their outstanding hometown customer service. They've been doing things that way for over 60 years. Matlock now offers new modern conveniences, such as family-friendly waiting areas, online appointment scheduling, and you can even shop for tires and see their current stock right from your computer or smartphone. They invite you to stop in to one of their convenient 5 locations, or come see them online at MatlockTireService.com. Modern convenience, hometown service, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Matlock Tire.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
Temperatures not as chilly this morning. We're starting out into about the low to mid 40s. We're going to see plenty of sunshine once again today. We'll see those highs get closer to about the low to mid 70s, so getting even warmer this afternoon. Clear skies continue tonight, dropping into the mid 40s. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Rebuild your family, regain your freedom, renew your life. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal. Once again, voted one of the top 25 sports midday shows in America by Barrett Sports Media. You can't hide talent. You can only hope to contain it.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Text in, tweet in. We're at Josh and Swain. You can find Swain at Swain Event. Our number is 865-656-9900.
Sure can.
Anybody hit you up?
Maybe. There's some action.
Okay.
You know, Hubert Davis said a couple years ago.
Live action.
Got some live action down here, boss. Get some live action.
Halftime at the title game. Tracy Wolfson, right?
Yeah.
Live action, Tracy.
I love that interview, man. One of my favorite. Yeah, there's always action going on at Swain Event.
Okay.
Dialogue is good.
Khalil Mack remaining a Charger, by the way. That news here in the last 8 or 9 minutes.
What about your Raiders, man? Making some moves.
It's the plan.
Getting rid of Renfro, getting rid of Garoppolo. Got rid of Josh Jacobs.
New era. Out with the old, in with the champions.
You know, I will say this, though. Enough about your Raiders. I want to talk about a team that's relevant. There is a team that paid a running back a whole lot of money a couple years ago. Let him go. Roll with the second team running back last year. It did not work out. That second team running back signed with the Tennessee Titans, and Pollard, who was a former Memphis player, opening it up for Jalen Wright to be drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. I see it, man. I see it. That thing is opening up. That's what they need, a home run hitter, someone that can take it the distance like Ezekiel Elliott. And who is showing in this running back class that they can do that, who had an unbelievable combine? That is Jalen Wright. Ho. Setting up perfect for Jalen Wright.
I do like that.
Rocking that star. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not a Cowboys fan or anything like that, or hater. But that would be an unbelievable platform for Jalen Wright. Now, he's going to have to learn how to get comfortable talking to the media. You down in Dallas.
There is some media.
You better start taking some training. You better start getting comfortable because some cameras will be on you in Dallas everywhere you go. But I think that would be a phenomenal place for him. Offensive line's good. Dak Prescott, he real good. He real good. And he needs some help there with the running backs.
One other quick NFL note before we hand out today's Attaboy. Speaking of transactions and all the movement around the league, I saw the diagram. You often see the flow chart one way or the other, and it had to do with players leaving the Packers. And there were a number of different ways. If you're a former quarterback, where do you go? You go to the New York Jets. That's how it works. If you are at a different position, long story short with the flow chart, are you good? Well, you end up signing with the Minnesota Vikings. If you're not good, you end up signing with the Chicago Bears. I caught what you said about the Raiders a moment ago. I heard it.
Did you detect any lies?
Not necessarily, but I heard it.
I'm just saying.
Also, what did Swain say to his lawn before he mowed it?
Sorry, baby.
Watch out now. We hand out Attaboys and Attagirls every day thanks to Native Design. Real experts. Call them. They can help you with landscaping, with hardscape design. If you're a contractor, landscaper, they have the Native Nursery available for you. And Oakland has been a program, fun to follow a lot of the time, partly because of Greg Campy. He's brought his team down to Knoxville. They've coached here. He is a personality. If you search his name, K-A-M-P-E, you will see the personality. He'll dress up Christmas time. He wore a Christmas gift sweater one year. He's also done great work off the court. He's been very involved with Coaches Beat Cancer events to help raise as much money as he can. And at the same time, he's done a terrific job with the program. He's been there for a long time. They punched their ticket in the Horizon League, one of my favorite mid-majors to follow, and Oakland is going dancing, going back to the NCAA tournament. So this is a great time of year for those type stories. There are others that we'll catch you up on as well. But Greg Campy, who's been a respected coach in college basketball, a guy who's not taken himself too seriously, who's done serious work off the court as well, also doing great work on the court, getting Oakland back to the NCAA tournament. So an attaboy to Greg Campy and to Oakland's basketball team for their work to punch their ticket out of the Horizon.
Love it. Love it. Now, you can't beat the smaller conferences punching their ticket to the NCAA tournament and how special it is for those programs and for those players. It never gets old.
Yep.
Like, there's a couple things that never get old. Videos of teams celebrating, punching their tickets to the tournament, walk-ons being told that they're on scholarship.
Those are the best.
You can't beat those videos at all. As it relates to sports, those two hit every time. Every time they hit.
Yep. I do apologize to Mark Pankratz. They knocked off Milwaukee, his school, to get to the big dance. But Milwaukee will have their shot next year to get back. Horizon's always fun. Wright State, Northern Kentucky, they've produced some great stories. This year's story, Oakland and Greg Campy. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design with the Native Nursery. For contractors and landscapers, it's your one-stop shop for plants, trees, landscaping materials. That includes boulders, flagstone, mulch, and more. All you have to do is call Native Design at 865-310-3256, or you can go online to nativetn.com for Native Design and hardscape. We'll come back for a final segment of Josh and Swain. Final thoughts from today's show. Top 5 contenders to win the SEC tournament as it starts up later today when we come back on Josh and Swain.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out.
Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
When it's time for the March Mania brackets to bust wide open. As I was saying, it's mad. The Mania of March at BetUS.com is all about those buzzer beat bonus offers. And when the madness starts and Cinderella man steps onto the BetUS always has your back with back-to-back 125% sign-up bonuses on your first 3 deposits, and even 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS.com Sportsbook and Casino, where the game... Join today. BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, where the game begins.
If you're looking to grow your business and generate more customers, connect with SlamDot. SlamDot helps companies grow with effective website design and digital marketing, including SEO, Google Ads, and social media advertising. SlamDot is locally owned and operated. They have been in business for 18 years, helping businesses grow. SlamDot can help you with their in-house team. Get in touch and receive a free consultation. Go to the website, slamdot.com/Josh.
Danny B here. Join us every Saturday morning on The Sports Animal. Visit us at dbwins.com and call our free pick hotline, 877-828-0120. That's 877-828-0120.
Hey folks, it's Jake from Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville, and it's time for you to score some bracket-busting deals. You can buy a 2024 Kia Sportage for $3,000 below MSRP, or a 2024 Kia Sorento for $2,000 below MSRP, or a 2024 Kia Telluride for $1,000 below MSRP. These bracket-busting deals are only here through Saturday night, so hurry in before the buzzer sounds to Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
For the love of Tennessee at dawn. For the love of the fight. For the love of having nowhere else you'd rather be. For the love of Tennessee. Travel safe. Brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
Hi, this is John with ProSource Home Buyers, and I buy houses cash. If you have a house and you want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me, 865-500-3711. I pay cash and close as quickly as you'd like. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and any location. I buy several houses per month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorced houses, behind in payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is in rough shape and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying these houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosed houses. If you own a house and you want to sell it fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? That's A-OK.
CumulusDigital.com.
The Sports Animal Stream now has streaming-only giveaways. Listen daily to The Sports Animal Stream for keywords to text in for a chance to win.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Final segment of Josh and Swain. Thank you for hanging out with us today. You can go back and listen anytime, anywhere you get your podcast, the WNML app, Apple, Spotify, whatever platform you prefer. Search Josh and Swain and subscribe where you listen. You can listen on demand thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. Tomorrow we'll be at Barley's, downtown Knoxville, with SEC tournament action tipping off at 1 o'clock. We'll watch LSU Mississippi State during the game to see who Tennessee will play on Friday. More games going on today, tomorrow around the country. Great time of year. We'll talk more football coming up tomorrow as well. So excited for 12 o'clock tomorrow. We miss anything today? I'm sure we did.
Bring it on, man. Bring it on. Nonstop college basketball. Bring me the multi-view, multi-game setup on on YouTube TV. Remember last year they just were rolling it out?
Yep.
Not this year, baby. We get all of it.
We can have all kinds of conversations about the impact of technology, the positives that come with it, the negatives. There's no argument which side the multi-view is for the NCAA tournament. That is one big positive. Remember when we were just given whatever game we were for the NCAA tournament? Well, here's what CBS is going to show in the 1 o'clock window, in the 3:30 window. Now, not only do we have a bunch of channels that are available, so they're all on at the same time, now we get the multi-view where we can put them all on the screen at the same time.
Sometimes it's hard for me to actually do that because I like to watch that one game and on the big screen and be able to see everything.
Yeah.
But
and some people have the multi-TV setup where there's the big one right there, and that's your focus. You got the side TVs. I get that. And Barley's will have a bunch of TVs for you tomorrow when you stop by and join us.
Perfect. Pizza and ball. Let's go.
Pretty good.
Yeah, can't beat that.
Tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Before we close out today's show, we hit the power poll. Our top 5 SEC tournament contenders going in. Tennessee's the 1 seed as the regular season champ. Swain, your 5 contenders with the best chance to win the tournament in Nashville.
I'm going with Alabama number 5. They can score, but this team not playing the best ball right now.
No, they're not.
And to quote their coach, I didn't say this, but a little soft. A little soft right now. Number 4, I'm going with the Florida Gators. Number 3, I'm going with the Auburn Tigers. Number 2, I'm going with Kentucky. And number 1, I'm going with the Vols because they're the best team.
Okay.
But wouldn't be surprised if Kentucky wins it.
Yeah, some people all season long, they have been skeptical. They've doubted the South Carolina Gamecocks. That included me. And I guess I still am because I only have them at number 5, but I do have them on the list. I thought about Florida. I put South Carolina at number 5. It's not an easy road as the 5 seed. They would take on Auburn on Friday, but their first game should be pretty easy. It's either Arkansas or Vanderbilt. So they should get to Friday. But I have South Carolina 5. I have Alabama 4. Like you, I don't think I'm going to have them going far in the NCAA tournament. Never know, and I know they can score points, so that gives them a shot. I just don't give them a great shot. Top 3 the same. Auburn number 3, Kentucky number 2, Tennessee number 1. Would you like a third matchup Sunday, Tennessee versus Kentucky, for the SEC tournament title?
I don't care. Bring it on. I saw a clip of Lamonte Turner draining the 3-point shot at the top of the key a couple years ago versus Kentucky in the tournament. I'm feeling good. Let's go. Let's get it.
Ron says Kentucky is hot at the right time.
They are.
Kentucky's good.
Yeah, really good. I had to help out a Kentucky fan who was trying to trash talk. I had to help them out and actually tell them exactly how to trash talk. They were still talking about those dusty banners. I was like, dude, mention the fact that you beat Tennessee on Saturday. Talk about that. Brag about that.
Did you ever help an opposing cornerback either, hey, this is where your feet are supposed to be, or help him out with his trash talk if he wasn't coming at you the right way?
I've told opposing corner what I was running and still ran what I was going to run. I've done that before.
Watch this.
That's about it.
Here comes the old fastball.
I said, watch out now. I've done that before. But you mean like help a corner up off the ground, something like that?
No. I wouldn't expect that.
Oh, good. Because I come from the Juwan Jennings school of receivering. Or maybe Juwan Jennings came from the same school I was part of. But
back down now.
We're not helping out corners. We're not helping them up off the turf.
Joel Silverberg, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thanks for all the help this afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow at noon on Josh and Swain.
The future of electric is here. Assembled locally in Chattanooga, Tennessee.